my name's Kate, and welcome back to more of the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. Last time, we got done with, we got a couple more endings, and now we also know that this route that we're on right now is called the Slash route. I actually want to, before we continue and go back to, because we saw endings where, well, Takumi got killed, and then we actually got to play as Nozomi for a little bit. But what I'm more interested in right now is I want to see when does it split away from the Slash route. Not at day 43. It's still considered the Slash route. It's at day 16. That's when it technically splits into the Slasher route. So that makes me curious what this path's going to be called then. And then there's, of course, that there, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. For now, we still need to go hang out with Hiruko. So, when we chose to hang out with, Nozomi, that's when, Takumi got killed. So, sorry, Nozomi, but if I hang out with you, I'm going to die, so, whatever. I should really go see Hiruko. I have a bad feeling about it, but it did sound important. Sorry, Nozomi. Can we talk later? Oh yeah, no problem. Sorry for springing on you. I'll head back then. Good night. I feel bad. Nozomi reached out to me, but I had to turn her down. I checked the clock. It was exactly 1 o'clock. Better hurry. Alright, Hiroko, are you gonna ask me about what I think you're gonna ask me about? I'm assuming it's gotta be about the gi at this point. Surely. I stepped into the silent cafeteria and found Hiroko standing alone.
You came.
It must be pretty important for you to ask me to meet at this hour. Besides, I've wanted to talk to you for a while. I bet. My behavior must be incomprehensible to you. That was true enough. I had a mountain of questions for her. What was Hiroko doing in the biolab when the killer attacked on day 16? How did she know about the enemy attacks? And the commander's abilities? Why was she suddenly avoiding me? I've been agonizing over whether or not I should tell you. I was scared of my relationship with you would change if I did. It won't. On the roof, you told me you're not my enemy. Which means you're an ally. Nothing will change that. Right.
Thank you for believing in me.
Well, it's because we fought together all this time. Same must go for you, right?
Oh?
Takumi, actually, the moment Hiroko started talking... Who is it? Oh, hey, Yugamo. Oh, Yugamo. Perfect. So this is where you are.
Oh.
I was on the lookout when I noticed you two were gone, so I went looking. Oh, sorry. I was just having a talk with Hiroko. At this hour. Here. I hate to interrupt you two, but don't you think being out at this hour is far too dangerous? You're right. It was nothing. I'll head back now. Huh? But Hiroko.
Oh?
Sorry. It was nothing. Forget about it. Thanks, Yugamo. Must have soured the mood. Sorry. Allow me to massage you as an apology. Do you think he actually knows how to massage? Like, do you think he knows how to actually give a genuine massage that's not a torture? Count me out, forever. I'll head back. Sorry I messed up your patrol, Yugamo. No problem. Besides...
The night excites me. I can't get myself to stay still.
we also did get to see, like, we only know one detail about who the person in the leap suit is, and it's a guy. Again, I still think the most likely candidates in that case are either Takumi, aka a Takumi from another timeline, like another timeline that leaped over, or it's Eito. Those are the two most likely options, I think. Both, actually no. Well, yes, actually. It is still Eito, but it's an Eito from another timeline as well. It's neither the Takumi or Eito of this timeline, but it's definitely gotta be a Takumi or Eito from another timeline, because the rest of the guys don't make any sense. Like, Takemaru, first of all, dead. Second off, would not fit his style. Gaku, do I even need to begin explaining? Ima, for as much of an asshole as this guy is, at the same time, he doesn't come across as a character who would do this stuff unless he was claiming it was for his sister, and this doesn't seem... And considering the fact that... I don't know, it wouldn't make sense. Shoma is Shoma. Yugamu's the only other person who I could potentially see doing it, but even then, you'd have to give me a damn good reason why he would start doing this. But I could probably be convinced that it's Yugamu who's in the leap suit. I could probably be convinced, but you need to give me a real good reason. Cool. Don't walk around long too much. So does that mean we're not going to get attacked? Never got a proper conversation. Wonder what she wanted to tell me. She must have given up because it was too important to blur out with Yugamu listening. Although I decided I'd wait for an opportunity to talk in the near future, but that chance never came. The day slipped by. Oh, wait, what? 74. 75. 76. 77? Okay. We reached 77 with the threat of the hidden killer still looming over us. Well, at least Takumi's alive still. Night already. Although I don't know if that's a good thing still, because even though I don't think the Takumi of this route is a killer, I do still think that the Takumi of this route is a killer, because they still have the gi inside them. I'm not forgetting that game. That's not just something you can, like, sweep under the rug. I realized the time, it was just before the nighttime announcement. The day was nearly over. Oh man, I only meant to take a quick nap. Earlier today, we'd all gotten together to discuss how to fight the killer and try out different traps. In the end, none of them worked out, so we gave up and spent the afternoon working in groups. I was tired, so I took a quick break halfway through. Must have dozed off. I'm still sleepy. I should stretch and get some sleep. Maybe I should go to the bathroom and freshen up first. Put on class armor first, though. The moment I stepped out of the boys' bathroom, I sensed something stop me in my tracks. Lights aren't on. There shouldn't be anyone in there, but the air feels unusual, abnormal, and there's a sharp stench. Please no. Oh, great. Who's dead? Who's inside? It's a Shoma! I screamed as the metallic stench of blood attacked my senses. Sitting on the toilet, dead and covered in blood, was Shoma. Every inch of his flesh was maimed and sliced, leaving a pulpy mess. There was hardly a trace of the Shoma we knew left in him. I can still identify it's easily Shoma, I'm gonna be real with you. Anyways, hey Shoma. Gaku, you do not want to see it. What's all the screaming? I'm trying to...
Ah, he's dead! Somebody killed Shoma!
Joe,
Was it the killer? Did they strike again?
Gaku, calm down. Go get everyone.
Yeah, sure.
Well, there goes our defensive unit. Performed an amateur inspection on Shoma's corpse as everyone awaited. There doesn't seem to be anything left behind that might serve as a clue. The only thing here is the dead body. Holding back my rising gorge, I carefully examined it. The cause of death is loss of blood from deep wounds made by a blade. Exactly the same as everyone else. Based on how dry the blood on the wall is, he's been dead for some time.
Wait. Does that mean...
Hey, everybody. So talk to me. Is it true you discovered a body?
God.
Yeah, and that's all.
It's a Shoma.
So they got Mr. Gonzaki this time. Sheesh, the killer really is ruthless. Why kill Shoma of all people?
The MO is as the same as the others. That killer struck again.
We lost another one of our friends.
The killer is human, but inhuman. No matter how many times I kill them, they won't stay dead. None of it makes any sense. The heck, man? You're freaking me out. Just a little quote from somebody somewhere.
Darmy was quoting the entry in the diary we found in the library. Knowing now that the other book was entirely fictional, it seemed likely that the diary was just an exercise in creative writing as well. I don't know. There are two books, obviously. The one that we know for a fact is fictional because we found the rest of the pages and one of them literally said, oh, this is just a work of fiction, by the way. But that doesn't apply for the book, for the journal. I think the journal is telling the truth, honestly. I just think that it's being misinterpreted. Come to think of it, I didn't see Mr. Gonzaki all afternoon. When did he die?
Judging from how dry the blood is, a few hours ago.
Agreed. I'd say at least 6 hours.
Wait, so he was killed in the afternoon?
I noticed the same thing just now. The killer doesn't appear only at night. They'll come to kill even if it's daytime. No. No.
So you're telling me we're being hunted by a crazy murderer 24/7? Are we going to end up getting killed too? Butchered like some kind of animal left to...
Calm down. Let's focus on surviving. At any rate, we can't work alone during the day anymore. Starting tomorrow, let's make sure we're in groups at all times.
Right. Okay. Here it goes. You keep looking at Shoma's body. Is something wrong?
Oh?
I'm done now. I have nothing to say. Don't worry about it.
Okay, well then, let's move on. We need to clean him up.
We put Shoma in the morgue, silently erected a grave marker for him in the dark sky. How many of these have we made for our friends at this point? I didn't even want to count. Well, we can easily count. How many dead bodies are there? There's one. Do you think they made one for... I'm gonna assume they gave Ato decency. 2. 3. 4. 5. And we'll add 6 for Ava. So 6 markers. After saying our final goodbyes to Shoma, we all returned to school without uttering a word. The organic life detection device's total had finally dropped down to 11. Fear steadily invaded the atmosphere that hung around us. Oh, right. There's actually another question that I completely forgot about until just now. There was something else that happened on the, during the time when we were playing as Nozomi. There was something very strange that happened that didn't make any sense whatsoever that I didn't even get answered. So, the life detection device should have shown 4 there, right? 3 for Shoma, Nozomi, and Kyoshika, and then 1 for the killer themselves. But it showed 5. How is it that the life detection device showed 5 people during this route? At some point, does another person in a leap suit suddenly, like, come here? Or, like, what happened to cause 5 people? I assume we're gonna have to get an answer eventually. But again, I feel like, here's what I'm thinking is gonna start happening. These last 5 routes I have here, I think they're gonna start involving the time leap mechanic a lot more heavily. Like, evidently we already have the leap suit figure appearing, but I think that like leaping through timelines is going to become a lot more relevant during these last 5 routes that we have. Maybe one of them, maybe even 2 might not be so relevant with time leaping, but I guarantee you that at least 3 of them, at the minimum, are probably related to time leaping. That's what I'm assuming. Fear steadily invaded the atmosphere that hung around us. Day 78. Getting close to the end of this section.
Get by, prepare, be ready to...
Shut up, Egg. Up. What's so special about it? Who even cares? Siri's boundlessly cheery voice irritated me. I was still reeling from the shock of discovering Shoma's body. Anyway, I should go to the cafeteria. I'm not hungry, but I need to check on everyone. Welp. Everyone was already in the cafeteria, but they weren't saying much, just silently eating their food. Good morning, Takumi. Morning. Sure was quiet in here. Talk about an unpleasant morning. Everyone's acting like we just left awake. We kinda did. You seem the same as ever, though. Well, it's no use crying over spilled milk. We need to eat and keep our stamina up so we can stay alive. As potentially inappropriate as his attitude is, considering the fact that somebody just died, I can't say that he's completely wrong either. This is a time especially when people need to try and stay, like, sane. Sister Dearest, eat up. Do you want more seafood banana waffles?
I'm full, thanks. Takumi, would you like something to eat?
Nah, I don't have much of an appetite. I appreciate the offer, though. Didn't you say you liked frog? I'll whip something up if we had any.
Frog parfait, frog sandwich, even just a whole frog could be good. Please stop making me think about these horrible dishes that early in the morning.
Okay, so now, okay. Kako is saying that she eat a whole frog. Now this could be a sign that she's possessed by a gi. But at the same time, we're also talking about the Tsukumo twins, so I feel like that's up in the air.
I don't know. I like it. Eating gory food like that can be fun.
Huh?
Forget that crazy stuff. I'd sooner just eat normal frog. This craving again. Huh? Well, I'm curious, that's all. She 100% knows about the gi. This version of Hiroko 100% knows about the gi, because she gets panicked. She starts to get panicky acting whenever we mention frog.
Huh?
I'd offer to get you all the frogs you could eat, but, you know, there's a freaking murder on the loose. I'm so scared I can't even sleep right anymore. And I have to accompany the holy Jumanji soul whenever she needs to use the facilities.
What's that sword even doing in the bathroom?
Well, I'm all done eating, so I'm ready when you are. Oh, sorry, I'm almost done. Starting today, we'll be spending our days in groups. Today I was in a group with Darmi, Ima, and Kako. So what do we do now?
I want to make dynamite so I can throw it at the invaders. No, wait. If there's an accident, you'll blow up the whole school.
But then the killer might die too. Although, I guess we wouldn't be around to find out. That's not how I want the story to end. If we're gonna make something, let's choose something else.
An ending where we all explode and die sounds pretty happy to me. So hard living with an unconventional perspective in this world.
Oh, Darmi.
Huh?
I know we said we wanted to make a weapon, but what kind? We're not going to be able to make anything too impressive.
How about a trap for the killer? We can lay out super sticky tape.
Fly tape for murderers! Your visionary, sister dearest. 10 out of 10. The only problem I have with that is that fly tape generally requires like some kind of bait, right? The only kind of bait that you're going to be making that would actually successfully capture the murderer would be another person. I'll help you so we can make a bunch.
I want to make something too. Is there anything that would let me cheat?
Remind me why I was put with this group again? Okay, what am I going to make? I looked at the clock. It was 2 in the afternoon. I had plenty of time. Maybe I'll check out a weapon reference book. I grabbed a few pages, sat down, and started flipping through the pages. Why not just make a gun? Evidently, it doesn't seem like Chemoanima has any effect on the leap suit guy, so why not a gun? Suddenly, I couldn't sense anyone in the room with me. I looked around, and sure enough, there was nobody there. Huh? Where'd everyone go? The clock read 3:30 p.m. I guess I was so absorbed in my books I didn't notice. Wish they'd said something to me if they were gonna leave. After I told them we need to travel in groups for safety too. Had to get back to Ima and the others, but just as I stood up to leave... Oh, there you guys are.
Takumi.
What are you doing here? What are you talking about? Where'd you guys go anyway?
Can someone interpret for me? I'm too dumb to keep up.
I don't understand it either. Detective Kako, now's your chance to shine.
Takumi under what? Mitosis?
I knew it! There is 2 Takumis running around. Stop talking about me like I'm some kind of amoeba. I've been here the whole time. I doubt it. We just saw you going up the stairs. Huh? Is this some kind of joke?
Does the shock of the killer reappearing scramble your brains?
The killer. Don't tell me they showed up again. Are you being serious right now? We just talked about this. Huh? Huh?
While you were gone, there was huge commotion because the killer showed up again. We tried to catch them, but they got away. Everybody's still searching as we speak.
We literally just talked to you. You don't remember? I knew it. It is a Takumi from a different timeline. It is. You told us we were in danger because the killer was around again, but then you went off on your own. Oh my god, you want to know what I wonder is happening? Do you think that during the entire... I wonder. I'm so curious. Do you think that the entire time that we've been doing this chapter, do you think we've been switching between the perspective of the killer Takumi and the normal Takumi? That'd be fascinating if that's true. Well, I was gone. Just talked to me. Went off on my own? None of it made any sense. I was so confused I couldn't even speak.
He's broken, just like my dad. Once people lose their minds, they start lying. They forget about anything that doesn't suit their narrative. Let's say, for the sake of the argument, you can instantly teleport somehow. How could you forget about the killer?
Wait, seriously, what are you saying? Explain it like I'm 5. Even after I explained it again, there was no new information. They just repeated the exact same story. I couldn't make heads or tails of it. It's like I was having some kind of illogical nightmare. Mrs. Sumino, you must be tired.
That's not surprising. You haven't been looking so good lately. We're going to keep searching as a group, but don't push yourself too much, okay?
What the hell's going on? Is everyone losing their minds? Am I losing my mind? In the end, I joined the search for the killer even though didn't fully understand what was going on. We never found them, and the day came to an anticlimactic end. No, it's 100% a second Takumi. I think I'm 100% right that it's a Takumi from another timeline that's going around doing the killing. I woke after suddenly experiencing a strange sensation. It was still too early to get up, but I did anyway, still in a sleepy daze. Now, considering the fact that it's more than likely what I think it is, a Takumi from a different timeline, that leads to the question of why is this Takumi doing this? Why is there a Takumi going around killing people? Like, why would they suddenly jump a timeline and start murdering? Something's not right. Plagued by that indescribable feeling, I quietly pushed aside the fabric partition and left my sleeping area. I could hear everyone else breathing in their sleep. At first glance, nothing seemed off, but it hit me as I was looking around. The smell. Oh dear. Then white plumes of smoke drifted by me. I quickly ran towards the smell. There's a fire! Fire! Alright, fire, run! Yelled at the top of my lungs, desperately ran around the gym, shaking everyone awake. Fire sprang to the nearby mats, growing in intensity. We need to get out of here or we'll all get burned alive.
Fire!
Fire detected. Fire detected.
Fire!
A fire has been detected in the gym. Deploying fire shutter. Please evacuate immediately.
Fire!
Fire! Huh? What? Fire?
So pretty. I love when everything is miserable and hopeless like this.
Everything's burning, we're all gonna die.
Calm down. When things are stressful, you must take deep breaths. Carbon monoxide inhalation will just kill us faster. Sister dearest, we have to run! I'll carry on my back, quickly!
I can run on my own. You have to get out too, part of the earth.
Everyone seemed to be awake, but now they're all starting to panic. I can't find a fire extinguisher. We're just gonna have to abandon the gym. Damn it, smoke's turning black. Alright, get outside, now! Up, get out! Consumed the gem before our eyes, soon enveloped entirely in smoke and black fire and black smoke. Should be safe out here. I ran at top speed out of the gym and found myself in the hallway on the second floor. I was thankful to be alive since I got out before the flame spread, but I also couldn't believe what was happening. Everybody managed to get out in time, right? I started to head back when...
Oh, I heard someone. A wild Takumi has appeared.
Darmy, thank goodness it seems like you got out okay.
Hey, someone just must have started that fire, you know.
What?
The vaulting box was burning, right? No way that happened spontaneously. Was it the killer? Was it?
That's not possible. More importantly, we need to get out of here.
But the day before yesterday...
Oh dear, Darmy, you might be next to be dead. Sound, it's the killer.
Oh my god, for real? Talk about rare pull. There's even a special animation.
Damn it, why now? Darmy, get out of here, run!
Huh? You're not gonna fight them? I bet they drop tons of EXP.
We're not ready, we can't take them on by ourselves. I'll distract them, you get out of here. Which way do I run? Not that way! Darmy, you should be dead by all, for all intents and purposes. Yeah! Go, Darmy, get out of here.
Ah, Takumi, you're my hero.
Alright, go this way. They just suddenly appear out of thin air, don't they? Okay, there's something I'm gonna do when we, once we get done with this section. Just bear with me. Did I lose him? Alright. This is gonna be a bit weird, but bear with me here. I want to see something. I want to start this day over again. The reason being, what happens if I let myself get caught by the killer? It's probably just gonna be like a basic game over, but I just want to look at it.
Fire!
Again, I just want to see what it looks like if we get caught by the killer. I don't know if it does anything special or not, but I want to find out. I'm dead.
I can still fight.
Oh, that's kind of boring. I mean, I guess it makes sense that they wouldn't want to... I don't know. I was kind of hoping something a little more interesting would happen. What if I just run this way? Oh, it would just force me the other way. I'm not entirely surprised that that did nothing special, but at the same time, I was kind of hoping it would do at least something a tiny bit different. But I'm not all that surprised, nor am I all that upset about it. I just wanted to check. I do think it's kind of funny that I think it used his, like, basic death quote in battle, though. I do think that's funny. Did I lose him? Relentlessly pursued by the killer, I fled to the roof. There was no signs of them giving the chase anymore. I let out a sigh of relief and slumped down. I feel like gelatin. But more importantly, I wonder if the others are okay. First the fire, now the killer. I was worried about how my friends were holding up. Maybe I should head back right away, but what if the killer's waiting for me? Guess I should just hunker down till morning. Everybody, please stay safe. Praying as I quietly slipped into my room, I stilled my breathing in an attempt to blend in with the darkness. How much you want to bet Darmy's dead? Morning? When did I drift off? I realized I'd fallen asleep, curled up in a corner of my room. I have to find everybody, and I want to see what happened to the gym. When I arrived at the gym, the stench of the fire was still in the air. I opened the soot-stained fire shutters and was confronted by a grim transformation.
This is horrible.
Yeah, that's not good. The fire had been put out relatively quickly thanks to the automatic fire suppression system, but everywhere I looked, the place was badly burned. Blackened to the point it was unrecognizable. If I hadn't noticed when I did, I'm sure we all would have died. That terrifying thought sent a shiver running down my spine.
But why did the fire start at the vaulting box? Tarumi's right. Somebody had to have said that. If the killer did it, then when?
I was deep in thought when...
Takumi! I finally found you!
Alright,
Tsubasa!
where's the corpse?
Thank goodness you're alright. I was just about to go looking for everybody.
Come with me, I'll explain later.
Huh? Did something happen?
Yep, somebody's dead. Is it Darmy? It's gonna be Darmy. We saw her corpse in another room. We saw during the other when Takumi died, we saw an image of Darmy in the pool. Staring silently. I was relieved to tell him how okay it was. Words escaped me. There was a body, floating face down in bright red water. It was covered in slashes, the flesh split open with deep wounds.
Taru? Me?
We just found her. We were going to take her to the Revive-O-Matic, but...
She's in water and she's lost too much blood. We won't be able to bring her back.
Well...
I noticed the life sign count got down in the morning, so we all went looking for you two. We managed to meet up after we ran out of the gym, but Darmy and you were the only ones missing.
That's right. Darmy was with me until a few hours ago. The killer showed up and I told her to run somewhere safe, so how?
Calm down, Takumi. What happened after the fire?
Well, I desperately tried to keep from panicking as I explained what happened. Everyone listened in silence, each of their faces wearing a different expression. Alright, I understand. So you and Darmy ran to the killer and then split up in an attempt to escape. Yeah, the killer was chasing me. Darmy's gonna use that opportunity to hide.
Hey, Takumi. You're not the one behind this, are you?
Huh? Excuse me, of course I'm not!
But both Kurara and Darmy got killed when they were alone with you. Are you pinning it on some crazy killer when it was actually you all along? Stop, Kaku. You can't point fingers like that without proof.
I understand how he feels. We've looked so hard for this killer and haven't found so much as a single clue. Don't tell me you think it was me too. No, Sister Dearest and I can prove your alibi after all. Oh? How's that?
Actually, we saw the killer too.
Wait, really? After we fled the gym, we were walking down the hall together. Then we heard the sound of a power saw. We hid in a nearby classroom.
Then we peeked outside and saw Takumi and Darmy running from the killer. I wanted to go help them, but my dear brother stopped me.
My dear sister twisted her ankle while we were running from the fire, so we decided to stay hidden. Sorry. No, I get it. What happened after that?
After some time passed, we left the classroom and met up with everyone else. And then Tsubasa noticed the life sign count had gone down by 1. The device read 10 instead of 11, and you two were the only ones not with us. So we panicked and split up to go looking for you. This is my first time hearing that the twins saw the killer too.
Terribly sorry. We just never had a moment to tell you.
Aha!
The point is, Mrs. Amino's alibi checks out. Thanks. I appreciate you vouching for me.
Huh.
Sasagmi isn't the culprit. How wonderful. Our problems are solved.
No, they're not, Yoshika. The real killer's still out there.
God, she's right.
Yoshika. Your organic life detection device is still ringing one too many people. They have to hide somewhere in the school. I can't take this anymore. You're just killing us off and there's nothing we can do about it. This blows. Stop yelling. I've been trying to put on a brave face too, but I can't do this anymore. I feel like I'm going insane. What do we do, Holy Jumanji Sword? I'm scared of the killer.
Oh.
Get a hold of yourselves. Defeatist attitudes are contagious. But we keep losing people. It's too much.
Everyone's reaching their limit. Understandably so.
Huh?
Maybe I'm going crazy too. The dam was starting to burst with all the terror we were feeling. It made sense. In a situation like this, normalcy would be out of place. Let's get Darmy out of there. We need to put her in the morgue. We took the body to the morgue, something we'd unfortunately gotten good at doing quickly. Nobody cried anymore. Maybe we're all out of tears. Sorry, I thought I heard something turn off, and I was very confused for a second. I think it was just the air conditioning. We just went about it like it was a task on a checklist, our hearts breaking the entire time. We decided we'd sleep together in the rec room from that day onward. Before we knew it, it was nighttime. We fell asleep, huddled together. I was still holding my breath out of fear that the killer might come for us.
Get prepared. Be ready to...
Shut up, Egg. As I woke up to the morning announcement, a dull pain shot through my back. My whole body hurts so bad. Right, our bedding burned in the gym, so I spent here last night with nothing but a blanket. I looked around and saw that everyone else was starting to wake up too.
Morning. I had that dream. Me too. I dreamed to get a loofah sponge because I thought I was a big croquette. Even in my dreams, I have rotten luck.
I had a dream that the Holy Jumanji Sword turned into some kind of cannon. What was it called? Neo Strong Armor? Arm Neo Strong? Jet Clone Arm Cycle? What? Everyone seemed to have calmed down overnight. But their exhaustion was palpable. They were probably barely keeping it together. We're not going to get any quality sleep held together like this. It's just making us more tired. We need to do something about our bedding. Let's make a proper set with the gift-o-matic today.
Oh, can I go to the gym? I want to look into the cause of the fire.
Then I'll go with you. If we could get 2 more people to join us.
Me. I want to go. Investigations require legwork.
If my 2 sisters going, then so am I. Okay, we'll go look at the gym. If the rest of you don't mind setting things up here.
Yeah, of course. We've got this.
Alright. Inside the gym, the stench of the fire still filled the air. We held our noses to avoid breathing it in.
Whoa! Everything is burnt to a crisp,
Yes.
including all our stuff.
Yes.
This is obvious, but the fire originated from the vaulting box, which is the place most damaged. These scorch marks, they're not natural. I have to assume someone did this intentionally.
Intentionally? How?
Here, look. I knew it.
So I also picked up something square-shaped out of the burnt wreckage.
It's burnt, so there are no identifying marks on it. But this is probably a timed incendiary device. It was inside the vaulting box.
An incendiary device?
Nice.
The killer planted it in advance and started the fire while we were sleeping. Exactly. The reason the fire was so intense is because they'd loaded it with fuel.
But when did they have time to plant it? Was it there for a while?
I'm not sure.
Sister dearest? What is it?
Oh, I was just thinking.
Are your master detective senses tingling? You must tell me!
Ema, let her speak.
It's not exactly clear to me yet, so I'll tell you later. For now, let's sweep the gym. We might find something.
Roger that.
We didn't find any additional clues. However, deep inside the piles of ash and cinder, I found the diary I discovered in the library. Miraculously, it wasn't even singed. I'd forgotten all about it since I'd assumed it was a work of fiction. I decided to bring it with me anyway. And so day 81 passed in no time at all. Ding.
Prepare. Be ready to get.
Shut up, Egg.
Ah,
Got some good shut-eye last night. Thanks to the new bedding, I woke up refreshed this morning. Once I've washed up, I'll go to the cafeteria. We were all sitting at the dinner table. With our numbers decreased yet again, the cafeteria was unnaturally quiet. There's only 9 of us now. There wasn't even time to mourn the past anymore. The only thing on our minds was getting through one day at a time. Mrs. Amino, what are your plans for the day? Well, maybe I'll try to make a trap for the killer or some kind of weapon. I read all those books the other day and don't have anything to show for it.
Takumi, you already started making something in the metal shop.
Huh? What are you talking about?
When the 4 of us went to the metal shop together, don't you remember?
I only remembered yesterday after my dear sister mentioned it. Playing dumb won't get you anywhere. In the hands of the famed detective Kako Tsukumo, your secrets will all be laid bare. Wait a minute, hold on. What are you talking about? Are you sure you don't have me mixed up with someone else? The 4 of us had gone to the mail shop on day 78. That much was true. I've been pursuing reference books in search of something to make, then suddenly found myself all alone. Even the others reappeared just as suddenly, and they told me the killer had been spotted. So in the end, I never got to make anything. Sorry, but I really don't know what you're talking about. I never made anything. I spoke firmly and clearly. Ima and Kako exchanged mystified looks. Message received. Maybe we understood something. We'll be taking off if you don't mind. Sister Dearest and I have something we need to do today. Huh? Hey! After arbitrarily deciding that our conversation was over, the 2 of them left the cafeteria. How much you want to bet that they're dead next? Seriously, what was that all about? Come to think of it, when that happened, they were saying all kinds of nonsense about me instantly teleporting and the like. Do they suspect me? But that can't be. They were the ones who backed my alibi. Everybody's jumping at shadows because of the killer. Not what you want to see. After laying out a heavy sigh, I've gathered myself and decided to get to work. Today I'm with Yugamu and Kyoshika. Free time. How much? I don't think I can make anything yet. What are my buttons again? Boom, 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 boom. Give me materials.
You never will then.
Shut up, Egg. Survived another day. The life sign reading was still 10. Was the killer hiding somewhere? I've been thinking more about the killer than our war with the invaders as of late. But who could blame me? I was on edge 24/7 worrying about when the killer might show up next. Guess I'll sleep until it's time to go on lookout. Evening passed by. 83.
Prepare. Be ready to.
Shut up, Egg. I do. Good morning, Mrs. Sumino. Do you have plans figured out for the day? No, I was just thinking about what I should do. How about you?
I was hoping to run some tests on the prototype killer trap I made with my brother.
Oh, you mean murder fly tape you guys were talking about before?
Hey.
But of course, it's outstanding development created by brother and sister. Sister Dearest, you should get a Nobel Prize. So they really made it. When they pulled it off anyway?
We were hoping you could help us, Takumi. We want to test its durability.
I don't mind, but... That settles it. The 3 of us will team up today. At Ima and Kago's request, 3 of us ended up working together in the afternoon. We met up in the metal shop, and Ima and Kago immediately pulled out their prototype trap. They quickly lay a large adhesive sheet out on the floor.
Construction is very simple, but it might be able to catch them at night or in places with low visibility.
Isn't it dangerous to have this just lying around? What if it accidentally snacks one of us? That's the problem. We want to see for ourselves, so we're going to have you pretend to be the killer. Me, the killer? This is going to get me covered in glue, isn't it?
We have other sheets with different viscosities of adhesive that we made in the biolab.
We'll go get them, so wait here a second if you don't mind. I'll come with you. Just stay and look out after the sheet here, Mrs. Sumino. We won't want anyone getting stuck on it.
We'll be right back, so please keep an eye on it.
I think they suspect Takumi. After that, the 2 of them left the metal shop. Keep an eye on it. There's not much to see here. I yawned and looked around absently. As I did, my eyes just happened to land on the locker. Power Solon's suit should have still been inside that locker, but now it stood empty. I'd set the combination to 6914. I chose that number to represent the 14 of us in the 69 remaining days we had to try and survive.
Only 9 of us left.
Those thoughts involuntarily rose to the surface. I stood and stared at the locker, expressionless. Dagami. Dagami! Don't stop blacking out! Suddenly hit me that Ima and Kako had been gone for quite a while. This is taking too long. What happened to those two? Maybe they had some kind of trouble that was slowing them down. They said they were going to the biolab, right? I'll go check. They are 100% dead. When I opened the door, there was no sign of anyone inside. Where Ima and Kako... I was just about to ask where it had gone when I stopped in my tracks. Great! Yippee! The dead bodies splayed out before me were definitely Ima and Kako. The two of them were huddled together in a sea of red blood, their bodies covered in slashes. I have to revive them. I reached out to grab the twins' bodies, but I couldn't get a grip on them. The blood kept making my hand slip. I can't. I need to get someone else. My mind was strangely calm given the horrific scene of despair. In the back of my mind, I already knew the truth. They'd lost all their cryptoglobin. There was no saving them. I could only remember fragments of what happened after that. I went to get everyone else, trying not to slip in the blood. Everyone was shocked to see their friends covered in so much blood. There was a lot of screaming. Ima! Kako! More casualties! How shameful that I couldn't save them!
Not again. Why is this happening?
Talk to me. I thought you were with them. How'd this happen, man?
Blaming him won't do us any good. We just need to try and come up with a way to prevent further harm.
It's pointless. We're not gonna come up with jack, dude. We're just stuck here waiting to get murked. Damn it, damn it, damn it.
Kaku, stop. Hitting stuff won't solve anything. Let's get them to the morgue. I can't bear to see him like this any longer.
I just stepped back and watched my distraught friends in silence. I wasn't the only one, though. Hiriko did the same. Is the gi inside of Takumi finally starting to manifest?
You never know. Well then.
Shut up, Egg. Another day gone. We brought Ima and Kako's bodies to the morgue, and before we knew it, it was night. Maybe it was the mental exhaustion, but everyone went to sleep before the nighttime announcement. Time for me to stay and watch. I changed my class armor, grabbed a blanket and a weapon to defend myself with, then head for my post. Are you on lookout tonight too, Hiriko?
Oh?
I'm standing in for Ima. Oh. Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Hiriko and I sat beside each other in silence. Maybe this was my best chance to ask her what she wanted to tell me that time she asked me to meet with her, but tonight I just wanted to wallow in silence while I had the chance.
Oh?
Aren't you scared? Not again. Hiriko was the first to break the silence. Everybody's terrified, worried they're going to be the next to die. Yes, I'm scared. Not of dying, though. Of everyone else getting killed. I came back to the past to redo everything. To save everyone, but now this is happening. What am I supposed to do? If I died, maybe I'd be free from this nightmare. That doesn't sound so bad. Takumi. Sorry. That was awful. Saying stuff like that isn't going to help everyone's anxiety.
You don't have to put on a brave face. I'm the only one here.
Hideko, thanks. That's nice of you.
I thought everything I've been keeping locked up deep inside, as if I was talking to myself. My anxiety, my sadness, my rage. Kiriko listened to all the feelings I've been keeping to myself in silence. The night went by, slowly and quietly. There are still no happy endings to be seen here, I assume.
Get prepared. Be ready to...
Shut up, Egg. Day 84. What do I do today? Tsubasa Nozomi. More materials.
Move out!
I need more.
You never will then.
Shut up, Egg. Whew. Excuse me. No changes today, I guess. The life sign still at 8. We haven't found the killer yet. We were all wondering how long the standstill would continue. Little did we know a change was coming soon. Oh boy, who's dead next? I'm assuming Hiroko.
Get ready. Prepare. Be ready to.
Shut up, Egg. Everyone's already up. Should go for breakfast. Never mind, Hiroko's alive. Here I'm in the cafeteria, but there's nothing I want to eat. Should have been hungry, but even with the food in front of me, I couldn't work up an appetite. Guess I'll just force down some pudding or something. I stepped to do exactly that, only to find Kyoshka standing in front of the fridge with a dumbfounded look on her face. What's up, Kyoshka? You look like a deer caught in headlights. My beans are gone. Huh? My red beans! I put them in a container, but they've completely vanished. I was so looking forward to making sweet bean paste. Did you say something about deer? Did a deer eat my beans? Calm down. You'd be surprised how often it turns out what you're looking for is just hiding behind something else. I peered into the fridge, but there was nothing inside. Every bit of food that had been stored in the fridge until a few days ago was now missing. Hey, the food's all gone. Huh? How? We were completely stocked up. Did some hungry little rascal sneak in for a midnight snack?
Don't look at me. I didn't do it. Not this time, anyway. And who? Nobody would do this except you, Gaku. Whoa, no faith in me at all, huh? That would mean the culprit is someone not here with us. What's the current lifetime count? 8. Don't talk.
Oh, great. Who's dead now?
A deer flashed its headlights into the fridge and took my special beans. Okay, Kyoshka, let's be quiet for a second, okay?
So the killer stole food. We failed to consider that if the killer is hiding in the school, they need to procure food.
Maybe we stand lookout here. We'll all be able to catch the killer the next time they come to the cafeteria. Nice idea. No reason to be scared if we can all jump in together. Let's do it. I don't know if it will be that easy, but it seems worth a shot. Then let's all stake out tonight with our weapons. How about it, Takumi?
Yeah, we better act fast. Let's go for it right after midnight. I'll put some of the food from the pantry in the refrigerator as bait. Everybody was excited, finally seeing a ray of hope. With weapons in hand, we waited for midnight, and finally it was time. It's never that easy. Okay, everyone's in position. We had split into 2 groups, both hiding in the cafeteria. I was muffling my breathing, hiding under a table with Tsubasa and Hiroko. Who knows how much time passed, all without anything happening. Maybe they won't come tonight? I was trying to hold back a yawn when... What was that? We looked at one another as a sound that suddenly echoed in the cafeteria.
Oh, there.
I looked where Tsubasa was pointing, and sure enough, there was a figure in front of the fridge. They opened the fridge door and began to furiously scavenge for food.
It's the killer.
They weren't wearing their usual black suit. Maybe because they were only out for food. They were focused on the food. They didn't seem to notice us at all. Now's our chance. I glanced at Yugama's team and received no OK signal in return. I waited for the perfect time and then gave the signal. Go!
Kill them!
We caught you, you murderous blackguard! Yield! Let me go! Don't let him get away. Hold him down. We all pinned them down as they resisted furiously. They didn't seem to have the power saw on them, which made things a lot easier.
I'll turn on the lights.
Who is it? What? It's... What?
Huh? You're...
An invader. Our eyes were wide as we took in the unexpected appearance of the killer.
An invader? What are you doing here? Please! Do not kill me!
What?
Please!
Enough of your nonsense. We
Wait,
shall
no,
avenge
hang on.
your fall-
Hold on. That thing has a weird device
What is that
on
thing?
it.
She's right. What's that?
Wait, don't touch it!
No! If you remove that...
The moment Gaku removed the... Gaku, you idiot!
What's that sound? Is it coming from inside the invader?
No. Everybody, stand back. It's a bomb. Wait, Hiroko! Fuse, we chased after Hiroko until we ended up in the schoolyard.
Throw it! No! Invader!
Exploded!
The invader soared into the sky and blew up spectacularly, disintegrating into ash and detritus.
Oh.
Phew. Just in time. Hiroko let out a sigh of relief as she swept bits of the invader raining from the sky out of her way. What just happened? It was all so sudden I can't make any sense of it. I got a bad feeling when I heard that sound. Looks like I was right. Wow, your instincts really saved us, Hiroko. Thank you. Oh, it's nothing. More importantly, Tsubasa, what's the organic life count?
Oh, right. It's 7 now. I think it was our one extra. No freaking way. We did it. The killer is gone.
It's been a long road, Holy Jumonji Sword. Now we can finally say we've avenged our murdered comrades. No. Is that really over? Despite everyone else's joy, something was bothering me.
Tarumi, what's wrong?
This feels a little too convenient for me. Was that thing really the killer?
Now that you mention it, the person in the black suit and the invader are totally different shapes and sizes.
Yeah, even without the power saw, when we grabbed that thing, it still felt weaker than I'd imagined. Don't you think so too, Hiroko? I don't really remember.
Huh? Hold on. You mean that wasn't the killer? The life sign count went down to 7. That's how many of us there are now.
I think that's true that the invader was being counted by the organic life detection device. The number went down when it exploded. After all, that all adds up. So what are we concluding exactly? I consider the possibility, but still, there was just no way.
That the killer might be one of us.
Oh, Greg.
Huh.
So that's how it is.
Huh.
Wait, really? You're kidding?
Don't play with me, man. You mean there's a traitor among us? Calm down. We don't know if that's true for sure. We don't know that it's not true either. I'm not sleeping with the killer. I'm going back to my room.
Wait, it's dangerous to be alone. We need to stick together. Everyone's scared of Takumi. My words fell on deaf ears.
Don't let anyone come into my room. If you do, I'll freaking kill you. Self-defense. I'm gonna sleep in my own room starting tonight, too. I'll take a look at the remains from the explosion. Maybe the invader really is the killer. Sorry, I don't want to tell any of you, but we're going to have to sleep separately for now.
Now, for the love of murder, what a headache. I hope things don't get any worse than this. Holy Jumonji Sword, you're the only one I can trust around here. Well, that turned out fantastically. This is our only choice for now. Goodbye. Good night. Well, that turned out fantastically. Incredible! Everyone now distrusts us. I'm not really that surprised.
Get prepared. Be ready to get.
Shut up, Egg. Time already, huh? It's been a while since the last time I spent the night in this room. After we went our separate ways last night, I couldn't sleep a wink. In the end, nothing else happened, but the vibe between all of us had changed. Maybe the killer really is one of us. Thrown into chaos by the terrifying possibility, everyone seemed content to stay holed up in their rooms. I guess I'll head over to the cafeteria. There's bound to be someone else there. It's definitely Takumi, I feel. In the end, the cafeteria was empty. What should I do today? Doesn't seem like there's going to be much teamwork. I aimlessly walked the schoolyard, looking up at the sky. The blue sky filled my field of vision. A comfortable breeze grazed my cheeks. And yet, the inside of my head was anything but refreshing and idyllic.
We can't keep going like this. We still have to fight the invaders.
I slumped down murmuring to myself when I felt a strange presence behind me. Oh, is it Dalsha? Dalsha!
What? How?
You Earthlings truly do resemble us in some ways.
What's up, Dalsh?
You appear to be the commander here. Out here on your own, without any of your soldiers. Unimpressive.
This man's commander, but how? I thought we beat them all. Who is this guy? What happened to the alarm? What was happening? I was completely overwhelmed with confusion. Takumi, get away from him. Those words finally brought me back to my senses, and I quickly leapt back. Help! How did you get on the premises without the alarm sounding? Alarm? What are you talking about? Don't tell me he went straight through the undying flames. Are you alone? The commanders usually bring their minions.
I don't like them. They go against my principles. That woman is deranged for using them in battle. That woman ordered me to destroy this place.
Hiroko, quickly, go tell everyone we're under attack. Very well.
No need to rush. I want to know who all of you are. Now, prepare for battle. All will be understood when we cross weapons.
Clearly very different. Jolted by the nervous tension upon seeing him. Let's do this, everyone. Time for another battle.
Sheesh, we have to.
So Takumi, give us the orders. Got it. Defensive battle initiate. Stab.
Yeah, we want you to see it again.
We've already seen Doshka many times by this point. Skip the battle.
His attacks are certainly from. It seems like that maybe is a bit.
We can't give up.
Hey, work without pay. You're all saying the same stuff as well. I have so much VP.
I get the gist of what you're all about.
Huh? He de-transformed. Why? Hold on, doesn't this give us an opening? We can get him now.
No, hold on.
What, dude? What's the matter? I wasn't sure why myself. I think I was overwhelmed. As a mere ordinary human, I couldn't help but be cowed by the dignified conduct of this lion of a man standing before us.
I understand you now. You seem a bit different from the wicked and cruel invaders I was told about. I want to hear it straight from the source. What are you fighting for?
Why are you asking us that?
Coming back from death after death to fight again. Do you live solely to fight in this war? That would make you no different from those abominable combat organisms created by that woman.
Are you comparing us to the cannon fodder?
So that's how you refer to them, too. Cannon fodder. Guinea pigs. Slaves. Playthings. Do you consider that sense of superiority to be something like wisdom? I suppose all living creatures reach the same endpoint eventually.
What are you getting at? Are you telling us to surrender?
If we do, we'll all be killed, won't we? I doubt Vishnu would let us live.
Then shouldn't you simply accept death?
Huh? Stop messing with us. We're not going to give up on life. We swore we'd all survive this. That's what pulled us out of our despair. That's why we...
Oh, okay. My head's gone. I've been beheaded.
Takumi!
Ah, Hiriko's the one to scream out Takumi's name this time. We've had Tsubasa, we've had Nozomi, and now we have Hiriko. Great. Yay. Finally, I can think again. How much time has gone by? My head ached, yada yada yada, suddenly eased off. Suddenly I was awake. I was in a familiar place. My room.
Takumi! Thank goodness you're awake. Are you okay?
Yeah, but what's going on? What happened to me?
Well, the commander suddenly lopped off your head. Of course, we brought you back right away with the Revive-O-Matic, but you weren't waking up, so we carried you back to bed.
What happened to that Dolce guy? How'd the battle go after I was gone?
He killed you and just left. He said you'd be back soon.
What do you mean?
I have no idea, but I can tell you what he said before he left.
According to Nozomi, Dolce was the father, yada yada, wasn't looking to avenge. I see. How's everyone else doing?
Because he's such a strong enemy, we realized we need to come up with a plan or we'd be in trouble. The others were still scared that the killer may be one of us. Everyone's so tense that we're not getting anywhere.
Right. I don't know if they'll hear me out, but I'll try to get through to them.
Thanks. We won't survive this if we don't cooperate.
Aren't you scared, Nozomi? The killer might be hiding somewhere.
Sure, I'm scared, but I don't want to suspect my friends. I won't believe that one of us is a killer. It's easier to doubt than to trust. But we don't know anything for sure.
Nozomi looked so much like Kara to me in that moment. I'm sure Kara would have said the same thing in a situation like this.
Oh, right. Tsubasa said she had something to report to everyone. Now that you're awake, we should all meet with them in the cafeteria.
Okay, let's go. Alright, what's going on?
So Takumi, you awake? I was a little worried. I know things are bad, but it's not like we know for sure you're not the killer, so...
It wasn't just Gaku. I could feel the air of awkwardness hanging over everybody. But I was still happy that everyone came to see me now that I had recovered.
Good. Your head's back to where it belongs.
Somehow, but getting bed is not great. It really hurts, actually. You could learn to love it when I give it a shot. I'd be happy to help. I'll pass, thanks. More importantly, Tsubasa said she had something to report.
Oh, right. I ran some analysis on that theming invader from earlier. First of all, the device it had on it was a jammer.
A jammer? That's a device meant to interfere with electrical signals.
Oh.
It's used to scramble transmissions, radio waves, and the like.
Why would an invader need something like that? I'll try to explain. I found a recording device in the remains of the invader.
A recording device? Was anything on it?
Had everything from voice data to activity logs. I think it was forcibly implanted to the little guy to monitor it.
It's amazing the device was still intact. If its host was rigged to explode, you'd think that it'd also be designed to automatically erase all data.
The signal from a jammer worked a little too well and ended up partially jamming the signal on the remote detonation device. So the bomb only partially detonated. Normally it would have been completely blown to smithereens, but the explosion was unusually diminished.
I see. So that's how some pods survived.
So I examined the data and learned a few things, like how long the invader had been in school.
How long?
It came here during the defensive battle on day 21.
Jeez, that thing's been here forever.
It didn't want to fight, so it ran away from its unit and hid in the school ever since.
It was hiding here since day 21? That thing has real talent as a shinobi.
Where has that thing been?
The invaders wouldn't just let it run away scot-free. Deserters are usually punished harshly. That would mean all manner of torture, punishment, and discipline,
You
right?
got me.
What's even the difference between any of those?
Anyway, the invader exploded because the bomb used to execute deserters was activated, but the reason it managed to hide out for more than 60 days was because of that jammer. With that thing, it was able to avoid being tracked and blown up by Commander.
But why did it have the jammer?
I see. So it came prepared. But when we found it, Gaku pulled off the jammer and
Thanks,
the bomb
Gaku.
inside of it went off.
Then Hiruko threw it in the air, and it got blown apart.
So the entire time that we've seen an extra life sign, it's been because of that invader. So that's what happened.
Does that mean when we heard sounds coming from the school that one night, that was the invader too? If we're talking about day 43, then definitely yes. It was all in the activity log.
Day 43, the day Moko was killed. Nozomi and Moko came to my room that night.
Nozomi said she heard sounds coming from somewhere downstairs. We wanted to go check out what they were.
So that invader was moving around the night of day 43. Then that means the killer really could have been the invader.
Unfortunately, no. I checked the record data against the estimated times of the killings, but it doesn't line up. Oh, that's all for my report. I was hoping to find some information that might give us a clue about the killer.
But now it's clear the invader was innocent. Which means...
One of us is a freaking murderer!
Huh.
The mystery is solved!
No, it's not even close!
Yelling is just a waste of energy. It's not like you're going to inspire the killer to reveal themselves. I still think it's Takumi.
Shut up, we're gonna get killed here and you're lecturing me. Wait, hold on. Is it you?
Stop it, Gaku. We're not gonna solve this by blindly pointing fingers. So what do we do about Dacia?
We'll have to figure something out between us. We can't just ignore him. Then we should all stay here, right? The killer can't strike if we're all together.
Let's do that. Any objections, Gaku?
Whatever, fine.
After that, we discussed strategies for beating Dacia. But the mood was so horrible we couldn't even begin to decide what we needed to do. In the end, the day ended with no real progress made. We need poison traps.
You never will then.
Shut up, Egg. So tired. With a sigh, I flopped into bed. My head hurts. So much to think about. My tired vibes exhausted, couldn't bring myself to move. Takumi! Could've sworn I saw a flickering flame out of the corner of my eye. It's 100% Takumi! Oh god. Who's here this late at night? Cautiously I sat in bed and waited to see what happened. They're ringing. Again, maybe it's an emergency. Something might have happened, but I should keep my guard up. Just in case, I held my infuser behind my back as I opened the door. I rarely cracked it open to find... Tsubasa! What's up?
Sorry, I know it's late. I probably woke you up.
Don't worry about it. Something happened?
Well, actually, I've been analyzing the remains of that invader for a while now, and I think something is missing. Judging from the shape of the hole, it's probably some kind of external storage.
Like a memory card or something?
Exactly. It might have gotten dislodged and blown somewhere during the explosion. I thought about waiting until tomorrow, but I think the sooner we find it, the better.
So you came to ask me. You want me to search for this thing with you?
Yeah, if you don't mind, that is.
Not at all, but...
Hey, I'm not the killer, you know.
Me neither, but neither one of us can prove ourselves innocent either.
It's okay. I'm prepared to kill you if things go off the rails.
Thanks, Tsubasa. That makes me feel so much better. Anyway, I'll get ready. Thanks, Tsubasa. I know I'm saying the obvious, but it's really dark out here.
I brought flashlights. We're just gonna have to sweep the area.
Tsubasa shined the flash on the ground and stopped and stooped over. Had the same looking at the ground. This seems pretty inefficient.
Yeah, and it's 3 days since the explosion, too. Pretty sure this is where it happened.
She's gonna die. This is gonna be a long night. Steeled myself and set to searching with Tsubasa. As it turned out, my resolve wasn't gonna be needed after all. There's something on the ground here. There's something small and black, covered in dirt. I picked it up and Tsubasa practically lunged at it.
Hey, let me see it.
She took the thing from me and excitedly began to examine it.
Good job, Takumi. It's the external storage device I was looking for.
For real? I thought that would take longer.
I'm going to analyze the data on this, too. Cool, I can't wait to see what's on it. If they felt the need to blow up that invader to keep it away from us, there might be some important secret intel on it.
I'm excited too, but try not to overwork yourself, okay? You can't keep working such long hours every day.
Don't worry, I'm done for today. Let's head back.
She's gonna die next. I know it. About to put away the storage device. Without anything bad happening, we might even get some new information. Don't hope. Don't be hopeful. Bad things only happen to hopeful. On the way back, at the edge of the courtyard, Tsubasa suddenly stopped and peered up into my face.
So, who do you think the killer is?
Why are you bringing that up all of a sudden?
I just want to ask. I honestly have no idea. But I feel like I might not even want to know. I'll be shocked no matter who it turns out to be.
Same here, but whoever they are, they can't get away with this.
Yeah, I think we agree on that. Wouldn't it be crazy if the killer really showed up while we were talking about them?
Happened as soon as Tsubasa let out an amused giggle. Tsubasa, you're an idiot. Stop saying things.
Oh, no way.
You said it. You said it and you willed it into existence, you idiot. Tsubasa, run. It's gonna happen again. It's gonna happen again every time. Every singular time. Run! Okay, Other Takumi, please stop trying to murder us.
Yeah!
Just how long are you gonna chase us? Ran fiercely hard as we could, but the killer didn't let up. The roof is just past the stairs. Nowhere to run after this. Can't let them get to us. Have to do something. I stopped running up the stairs, suddenly whirling around to look at back there, our pursuer. And kicked them with all my might. Get out of here! They tumbled down the stairs and fell into a heap at the bottom.
Yeah!
Okay, now's our chance. Finally capture them. They groaned in agony, but paralysis must have been setting in because they made no effort to resist.
Yeah!
Finally got you. Just give up.
Help! Takumi, Tsubasa. What happened? I heard a really loud noise and... Huh? Is that the killer? Did we finally catch them?
I'll explain everything there. Give me a hand here. Throw him in a cage. Who are you?
They're paralyzed, not dead.
This asshole killed our friends, damn it! Let me at him!
Take
Let
off
me get
the
the mask off first. Ready?
Who is it? Slowly pulled it off. Who I saw underneath left me speechless. What?
Yugamu?
Yugamu! We peeled off the suit Yugamu was wearing and brought him to the rec room. He was limp, breathing shallowly, but his expression seemed almost as if he had traces of a grin. There is no shot that this is actually what it is. Yugamu! We stood around Yugamu as he recovered from his paralysis enough to talk. He kept his cool throughout, maintaining the same composure he always did.
I can hardly believe this was your doing so, Yugamu. I may broken the rationomatic bread with you, but I have no sympathy to spare. I shall avenge my fallen comrades. The holy Jumanji sword shall have your head. Calm down, Kyoshika. We can't jump straight into beheadings. Why did you do this? What possible reasons could you have had? Say something, Yugamu. I know you're not hurt that bad. Apologies. I was just trying to figure out where to start. Let me lead by saying I haven't killed anyone. Huh? Are you playing games, dude? What kind of idiot would believe that? Kaku's right. If that's true, then why are you dressed like that? Why do you have the power saw?
Let me start from the beginning. I'll explain everything, so hear me out. Fine, we'll listen, but you're on thin ice. The killer first appeared on day 16. Well, maybe it was already day 17 by then. It was late at night in the biolab.
Oh.
Takumi said he saw Hiroko getting cornered by the killer there.
Huh?
That's right. Then we got into a struggle. In the end, they got away, but I managed to recover their weapon and the suit. I was with Gaku and Kyoshiko during that time.
Huh? You were?
I was right here in the rec room on the night of day 16. You and Gaku invited me.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What were the three of you doing that late at night?
Gaku said he found an adult video in the storeroom and wanted to have a watch party.
Don't snitch on me, dude!
It turned out it was just footage of cute critters. Not an adult video, but an animal video.
Yes, they were precious little furballs, although so Gaku seemed very disappointed. Okay, can we just move on with the story?
Anyway, I was here in the rec room. We had headphones on, so we didn't notice any noise. Isn't that right, guys? Gaku and Kyoshiko nodded. Seemed like Yugami was telling the truth so far. So why were you in the suit? There's more. The next time the killer appeared was...
Day 25, when Ava was killed inside her cage.
Right, I had nothing to do with her murder. However, after seeing her dead body, the murderous impulses inside of me began to resurface. I don't remember exactly what I'd heard when I'd heard it, but something Yugami said in the cafeteria began to replay in my head. But I can't help it, man. Ever since I saw a dismembered body, my passion's been in a fever pitch. That's the kind of loving killing I've been craving all my life. Not being able to do it myself has got me climbing the walls. So wait, don't tell me. I can't keep going on like this.
If you can't help me out, I really might have to kill someone.
Do not tell me that Yugami actually started trying to kill people and took up the mantle of the killer.
Ripe with overwhelming lust, I tried to find another outlet for my feverish mania. I believe it was day 38 when I finally found my solution. When I was just about to kill Gaku.
What? You were seriously gonna kill me?
Yeah, I was seconds away from going through with it. I had a lot of pent-up bloodlust. But the moment I saw the fear of death in his eyes, I noticed my dark desire was temporarily sated.
Yes, this guy's a freak.
Now that I think about it, he mentioned this in a conversation we had with Ima.
That's what happened with Gaku. I finally figured out a way to suppress him better. I don't actually have to kill anyone. I just have to see the look of despair that when they stare death in the face. It's not exactly a long-term solution, though. More like a coping mechanism. My only problem is that no one seems to want to show me the seconds before death face.
What about day 43 when Mocha was killed? What were you doing then?
I was in my room. I couldn't sleep that night because of the bloodlust festering deep inside of me. Then I heard Nozomi shrieks and the sound of glass breaking, so I went to go see what was going on. When I did, I found the killer's suit and power saw at the bottom of the pool.
Huh? The stuff missing from the locker was in the pool. Why? So Yugami must have stolen it, correct?
No, I didn't know the combination.
Right, you weren't even in the room when Takumi said the code. Wait, I was chased by the killer the day Mocha was killed. He had me cornered by the pool, so I shoved him aside and got away, but maybe when that happened, they fell in.
I see. You might be right, but I wasn't concerned about the details. I had other things on my mind at the time, like taking the killer's things so I could dress up like them.
Sure you're not telling me you pretend to be the killer just so you could see looks of despair and fulfill your desires?
Sorry, I just couldn't hold back the urges inside of me. But I really wasn't going to kill anyone. Just seeing your faces twisted up in despair was enough to satisfy me.
Nothing you're saying makes any sense.
What was your involvement in the murders of Takimaru, Kurara, and Shoma?
I had nothing to do with Takimaru's death on day 51. I swear it. The first day I dressed up as a killer was day 64, the day Kurara was killed.
You were on guard duty that night, right? You fell asleep, so I went with Kurara to the bathroom.
I sensed the two of you were going to leave, so I pretended to sleep. I figured it would be my chance to enjoy the thrill of the chase. I quickly put on the suit I had hidden in my room and chased you with the power saw.
So you were the one chasing me in the hallway?
That's right. I chased you like the killer would, and once I had you cornered in front of the defense room.
I finally got to see your terrified expression,
Oh.
filled with despair. My lust was sated. Was it as good for you as it was for me?
So that's why the killer didn't. So that's why we weren't killed that time. It's because it was freaking Yugamu. Then who's the actual killer? Once I had my fill, I had the suit and power saw in my room and went back to the gym. That's all I know.
So you really know nothing about Lady Kurara's death? Speak the truth or prepare to become rust on the blade of the holy Jumanji sword.
I'm sorry, but I had nothing to do with her murder. I can't tell you anything. I had nothing to do with Shoma's death on day 77 either.
Oh?
Keep talking. What about Darumi on day 80? Or the twins on day 83? When the fire started in the vaulting box, everyone scattered and ran away from the gym. I smelled an opportunity.
You're kidding. You took advantage of the chaos to masquerade as the killer?
Correct. I went back to my room, got the suit and power saw, and pretended to be the killer for the second time. I went inside and found Darumi and Takumi immediately. I felt bad knowing it would be my second time doing it to you, but you put on such a good performance the first time. I couldn't resist the chance to see you like that again. Seeing the enraptured look on Yugamu's face, I was at a complete loss for words, for so many reasons. Halfway through the chase, I told Darumi to run. I lured the killer, you, into chasing me alone. I managed to lose you somehow, then head out of my room until the next morning, but Darumi... I don't know what happened after Darumi got away. Once I lost sight of you, Takumi, I gave up. I went back to my room, changed, and met up with everyone else.
Right, the lifetime count was 11 when Yugamu joined us. So Darumi was still alive at that point.
And I had nothing to do with the Ima and Kako either. I didn't do a thing to them.
Is that everything? You're not hiding anything else?
Scout's honor. You might not believe me, but I really didn't kill anyone.
You don't seriously think we're gonna be okay with what you did, do you?
I'm aware I crossed a line, but I couldn't stop myself. Excuse me. Those looks of terror and despair whenever I chased you. I needed them so badly. That's why I kept this from you guys. No other reason, I promise.
You say that, but I feel betrayed. I'm not gonna be able to forgive you and move on that easily.
I'll accept any punishment you want to give me. Torture me. Whatever you need to do.
But if it wasn't Yugamu who killed our friends, then who's the real killer?
Suddenly the image of the killer on day 16 crossed my mind. Were they still hiding inside the school? No, that wouldn't add up with the life sign count. Then what? Where are they?
I'm getting rather lost. What are we doing with Yugamu?
I think we're gonna have to keep him separate from the group until we find the real killer.
Oh.
Of course, that should help with my little problem.
How about we use that weird room on the first floor? We can lock it up from the outside.
The room with the strange devices from when we were at Kamakura General Hospital. Sorry, I was just saying something. That might be the perfect place to lock Yugamu up.
Hey, mind if I take the power saw and Sue he was hiding? I'll hide them someplace where nobody can find them.
Where's the proof that you were not innocent?
I don't have any, but the same goes for everybody else. Trust me, I know I'll be under suspicion if somebody else gets attacked.
Fine, you can deal with them, Gaku. We'll take care of Yugamu.
Yeah, it's fine with me.
We handed this power saw and suit to Gaku, then took Yugamu to the strange room, put him inside, locked secure from the outside. Nozomi would be the one in charge of the key. After that, we went back to the roof, met with Gaku, and when he finished his task, made sure everything had gone according to plan, then decided to call it a day. Nobody was any the wiser, but a shocking development was waiting for... Yugamu's gonna be dead, isn't he? He is 100% going to be dead. Where's his corpse? Shut up, Egg. Where's Yugamu's corpse? Happy ending? Happiness stopped being an option a long time ago. Anyway, I guess I should go over to the cafeteria. I need to give Yugamu some food, too. His ass is gonna be dead. The only people in the cafeteria are Nozomi, Hideko, and Kyoshika.
Morning, Takumi.
Morning. No sign of Tsubasa or Gaku? They might be holed up in their rooms out of paranoia. Maybe, but I hope not. We still haven't worked out our strategy for Dalsha.
There's so much to think that my brain feels like it's going to boil over.
None of them were wearing their regular clothes. Same went for me. We had a little discussion before going our separate ways yesterday. At the end of it, we decided to wear class armor, or our official class armor in Nozomi's case, all day from now on. If everything Yugamu told us was the truth, the killer was still out there somewhere. If they're not even showing up on the life sign toll, they might even be... Let me guess. Yep. Tsubasa burst into the cafeteria, breathless and with a grim look on her face. Tsubasa? What's got you in such a hurry?
I just woke up and checked the life sign count. It's gone down to 6. Huh?
The only ones missing were Gaku and Yugama, which meant... Let's check the school!
Oh?
We'll start with the nearby rooms. Everybody, stick together.
Great!
No more. I'm sick of it. I've had enough to spare for one lifetime. You're telling me this! Hi, Gaku!
So it was Gaku.
Inside the library, we found the blood-soaked remains of Gaku Mariko, his body sliced to ribbons. An unpleasant stench of blood emanated from his mangled corpse.
The revival-matic!
Nope.
It's pointless. We're too late.
Slowly, the world turned gray. I felt like my emotions died with Gaku. If Gaku's been killed, that means Yugama's still alive. Let's make sure there's no sign he broke out of the room. We need to look for the power saw too.
So talk to me. How are you so composed? So Gaku's been killed.
All the crying and screaming in the world couldn't bring him back. So there's no point.
Huh? Are you being serious right now?
I'm not trying to sound heartless. I just want this to be over. Let's take him to the morgue. Help me out.
Wait, before we do that, look here. There's signs of a struggle.
Hiroko pointed to a nearby bookshelf.
Oh?
The shelf is way off position, and there's books on the ground. Someone must have moved it intentionally.
Maybe Gaku bumped into it while he was finding the killer.
No. There's multiple gouge marks on the back of the shelf. That's not natural.
What do you mean?
It's highly likely that Gaku hid the power saw and suit here. He must have gotten in a fight over them with the killer, resulting in these gouges.
I see. So that's why he was killed here.
And the power saw and suit got taken again. Maybe someone here has them. You're suspecting us now? It wasn't me. Can you prove that your hands are clean before pointing fingers, Lady Tsubasa? Enough. Suspecting each other serves no purpose.
Well, Hiroko and I lifted Gaku's body in silence. The others came to help soon after, but no one felt like talking. After bringing Gaku to the morgue, we went to the room where Yugama was locked up. Yugama's eyes went wide upon hearing the news of Gaku's murder. Then he just stared down at the floor. There was no signs that he'd left the room, but our suspicion of one another was only growing. Our worst-case scenario just kept finding ways to get worse, and there was no stopping it now. Oh boy. Day 91.
Good. It's not. I hate. So we're.
Shut up, egg. Survived another night, guess. I let out a deep sigh after making sure my heart was still beating. It wouldn't surprise me if I was the next victim. They could just kill me too. I was taken aback by the words that left my lips. What was I saying? I need to switch gears. I'll go to the cafeteria. Who's gonna die next? Oh, hey, Hiroko. Just you, Hiroko?
Everybody decided to eat in their rooms. Well, I figured this would happen.
I assembled a light meal on my tray and sat in front of Hiroko. We were silent. The only sound in the cafeteria was the quiet clatter of our dishes. Then Hiroko calmly looked me in the eye.
I've been killed. Many times, actually.
I believe that.
Huh?
Would it make more sense if I told you that I lived through a different past? Similar to how you time traveled from yours?
Yeah, because I've already seen routes where you explain that to me.
Hold on. This is a lot out of nowhere.
Not for me, though.
Hiroko experienced something like I did. There's also some that I couldn't follow. She didn't seem to be joking, but... I remember everything about the past I saw. Not that it was a pleasant memory. Is that what you've been hiding? The memories came to me on day 3.
Oh?
I was killed, and I remember what I said at the end, clear as day.
This was another failed timeline. Just like the others.
Oh. That was one of the boxes of Calamity Roots, wasn't it? I think it was. I think that's one of the boxes of Calamity Roots. Because this is when everyone was like killed outside. Yeah. Oh my goodness, does that mean... Wait, does that mean that the Takumi... assuming that there's another Takumi running around killing everyone, does that mean that the Takumi that's going around killing everyone is the one from one of the bad endings of the Box of Calamity route? That's kind of hilarious if that's the case, and also terrifying.
Maybe it was a mistake for us to stay in this school to begin with. Maybe we all should have left. I'm going to do it over again. As many times as it takes.
I'm almost positive this has to be one of the Bots Claimers, because I remember there was that image of like the rest of the surviving members, well, no longer being surviving, cut up on the ground outside, and it was with Gaku like chasing, like blaming us for everything. Right, because it was the guilt.
I'll bring an end to all of these horrific histories. I'll do it someday. Mark my words.
You've been repeating the past. And failing.
I thought that by staying in this school, history would repeat itself. I wanted to stop that from happening. So I sprayed a warning on the blackboard.
So you're the one who did this.
That threatening message.
You're the
That's
one
right.
that put that.
I wrote it.
I wanted to tell you sooner. That's why I asked you to meet me that night.
The day Hiroko asked me to see her, Nozomi wanted to talk to me that night too.
But then Yugama showed up, so I couldn't say anything. After that, I lost my nerve. I couldn't do it.
You kept this to yourself all this time? But why tell only me?
I blame my
blame
ego.
my ego.
Hiroko.
Sorry.
With that, Hiroko left the cafeteria, carefully avoiding making eye contact with me. Had no idea what she had to apologize for, but one thing was clear enough. She seems like she's hurting. She'd been holding this all by herself, memories of a brutal series of events. After seeing vulnerability in Hiroko for the first time, I couldn't bring myself to push her any further. I was worried she might break. Yippee!
Daddy, another. Get some.
Shut up, Egg. Got more problems than just invaders. Another day of no progress. Still hadn't solved our Dalsha problem, but there were too many things to think about. Can't believe Hiroko time traveled too. But looking back, the things she said and did that hadn't made sense before all added up now. What happened in the timelines she lived through? And why bring it up now? Well, we at least now know, assuming my assumption of which timeline that was, I'm almost positive it has to be the Calamity route. Again, I swear I remember it. I'm always a few steps behind. My head hurts. Unable to get my thoughts in order, I gave up and closed my eyes. For long, fell asleep. So, I think this is usually when Dalsha appears? It's either this day or day 95.
Not bad. Over the goal. On you. Okay.
Shut up, Egg. Teamwork I've cultivated with my allies? Is that supposed to be satire? Guess I'll go to cafeteria.
Huh?
Barely. So... Totally. Right?
Just as I left my room, I could hear Kyoshika and Tsubasa talking in the distance. Kyoshika seemed to be excitedly telling Tsubasa something. I wonder what. Something else happened?
So Takumi, perfect timing. Can you come with us?
Wait, where are we?
Just hurry.
Who's dead? Is it Hiroko?
The door.
Oh, it's Yugamu.
I came to bring Sir Yugamu his meal, but then...
Let's go in.
Yugamu's 1000%. Yep. Hi, Yugamu. Yugamu covered in blood, face down and lifeless.
Yugamu.
It's not even that surprising at this point. Next is probably going to be Hiroko. Yeah, of course, I expected as much. Just like everyone else before him, his body was sliced to ribbons. Yep. Hiroko, Nozomi, you're here.
Yeah, we were first to hear the news from Kyoshika. You can probably tell, but he's lost all of his cryptoglobin. We can't revive him. Let's get him to the morgue right away. I feel bad leaving him like this. Right. We need to make a grave marker after all.
No one lost their composure anymore. No tears flow. Even the anger was gone. We just accepted the death of our friend and dealt with it matter-of-factly. We're used to this now. The death of Yugamu was just another part of our day. This is just depressing. No one even cares that Yugamu's dead anymore. I don't want to do anything. Laying listlessly in bed, I suddenly realized it was long past bedtime. I still think it's Takumi. There's humanity. Whatever. I just want this to be over already. Just then, I felt a familiar presence I hadn't felt in a while. Shion! Where have you been, you idiot? I knew it. It's been a while.
Right. I guess it has been for you.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Huh?
I've been watching you all this time. I know what's happened. But you must not remember.
Yeah, you might have been watching us, but we haven't been able to see you. What do you need anyway? Did you find some kind of clue about the killer?
Fortunately, I'm not sure what's going on anymore. Or why. No matter what happens, all I can do is watch over you. Nothing more.
Is that what you came here to tell me?
I'm sorry I couldn't save you.
I think he knows it's Takumi. With a sad look on his face, the undying flame boy abruptly vanished. I think he knows it's Takumi. He's just depressed. Like, there's not anything I can really do at this point. Just stop this. What's up with him? The way that he acts around Takumi makes me think that he knows. I wanted to forget reality, forget everything, and find refuge in sleep. Hadn't played yet. Someone's only just coming up. I'm right on cue. Hey, Dalsha! Sound.
In troop defense.
Do we even have the poison? We have a plan for dealing with him. Alright. Who slapdashed the poison together this time? I'm expecting Nozomi.
Dashia's come, but the alarm sound this time. It really startled me. Looks like he brought some minions with him. This fight's gonna be harder than last time.
We have fewer numbers and no plan. We're just gonna have to go for it or die. Do or die.
Wait, about that. We do have one strategy we can use.
Huh?
Remember the external storage device we recovered from that invader? Well, I finished analyzing the data on it.
Oh?
No one mentioned anything to me about an external storage device. Luckily, the data survived and I was able to retrieve some confidential information. I learned a lot, and I'll spare you the details, but I used that knowledge to develop a bioweapon.
That sounds familiar. How many times have I heard this at this point?
I succeeded in.
I feel like it's about at least a good 50 times at this point that I've heard this same statement. Understood Cell's weak points, figured I should get work on something. Nozomi help me.
Hey, Nozomi, why? Because Tsubasa asked me to. It's not much, but I do have some experience with medicinal research. I'm the ideal candidate for working on a poison that affects Cryptoglobin because I don't have much of it myself. We did make a poison that Nozomi tricked the commander into consuming during my previous 100 days here, but what's the plan this time? We turn the poison into a gas and have Dasha breathe it, yada yada, position.
Small group, better than staying around getting killed. It's very much worth trying. Why didn't you say anything? Because the whole killer thing.
Kept the info under wraps as a precaution, and I wasn't sure it would even work out. It was a gamble.
Thank you both so much. Now we just have to find a way to make this work. Defensive battle. Oh, we're not even stabbing. We didn't even stab. Hey, Dasha.
Here we go.
Now it's a coin flip whether or not Veshus actually kills him or not. Skip the battle. Do you think Veshus will kill Dasha? I'm placing my bet on... I'm placing it on yeah. I'm gonna place it on yeah. Poison.
Let us all wait.
Poison gas.
How many times have I witnessed this same scene? Over and over and over.
Everybody.
Kill him.
Paragon of Warfare. For like the 30th time at this point, I think.
Not like this.
Up and the voices. Double whammy.
I don't want to fight.
No. Oh my God. You win. Perfect. Perfect. Yep. Bye, Dasha.
I don't know why that was funny.
A disgraceful end.
I feel like I've lost
Pitiful.
a lot of feeling regarding certain scenes at this point. Like, sure, they're impactful the first time around, but when you start seeing them over and over and over and over and over and over again, it just starts to become funny. They're just stamped on the commander's desiccated corpse with a sneer.
Everyone.
No.
Huh? I am prepared.
Event.
Wait.
True God, blah, blah, blah. After seeing her walk away, I felt relieved. We got bigger problems than you, lady. I've already beaten you. You have lost to 3 people that don't even include Takumi. That's how I know you're really not a threat. Everything hurts. Managed to beat Dodge somehow, but time to sell things with vegetables was getting closer. Only option to fight, I know that, but even if we beat vegetables and survive, what do we even have left to live for? Face of all our dead friends flashed from my mind. Was there really any point to playing out the rest of this worst case scenario? Just jump into the flames. Deciding to abandon all thought, I pulled up the blankets and curled into a ball. Eventually passed out. Just let the flames consume the thoughts. Shut up, Egg. Who's dead this time? Join hands with my comrades. There's only 5. Pointless complaint left my mouth before I could stop it. On top of that, my body still hurt. I'm in bed. Getting ready. Should go see. Who's dead? Who's dead? Who's dead? Is that... Oh, who's missing? Tsubasa... Where's Kyoshika? When I stepped out of my room, I saw Tsubasa's, Nozomi, and Hiroko all standing stock still. Where's Kyoshika's corpse? What are they looking at? Oh, great. The door next to Kyoshika's room. You can't be serious. Bye, Kyoshika.
Kyoshika?
I already have a spectant. Yeah. It's not even surprising at this point. I've just lost my sanity. Kyoshika's corpse was laid on the floor with a tormented expression, her body shredded like all the others.
Kyoshika!
That's everybody from second to last Fence Academy that's not Nozomi. Theirs had followed me into the room, now stunned by the wretched scene before them.
It's just like what happened to Yugamu. The killer broke down the door with a power saw and killed her. Wait, won't we be able to hear someone breaking down a door with a power saw?
Now you mention it.
I saw Kyoshika in the cafeteria last night. We went back to the roof together, so I think she must have been killed after that. When was that exactly? I think it was around 9 p.m. when we met in the cafeteria. We had a late dinner because of the defensive battle. We got back to our rooms after 10. I went to sleep right away.
I was already sleeping before 9. I didn't wake up till morning.
I was really sleepy yesterday too. I went to bed early, but how we not hear anything? Even if we were tired from the fight, the sound of the door being sawed down would have been fairly loud. Kyoshika would have gone up and ran if she heard it. The more I think about it, the less it adds up. Let's think about this more later. For now, I'd rather do something about the body.
Yeah, you're right. Let's do it. Just another day. Another dead friend.
Lifetime count is down to 4. There's so few of us left. Yeah, it's sad, but I don't know what we should do.
Couldn't think of anything to say. I'm too depressed myself to cheer anyone else up. I'm just one big mess of confusion.
By the way, what are you up to, Hiroko? I just wanted to check on something.
Hiroko seemed to be inspecting the water cooler in the cafeteria. Is there something off about it? Looks fine to me.
Oh? I'm curious about what's inside. Tsubasa, could you lend me a hand? What do you need? We're gonna find out what's in the water. All of you, come to the biolab.
Wait, what? What do you mean, what's in the water? What? What's in the water? Zomi and I just stood in silence and watched Tsubasa and Hiroko work. I didn't want to interrupt. Just then Tsubasa raised her head in shock.
No, wait. I knew it. What is it? What'd you find? We detected sleep medicine in the water from the cooler.
Oh, great! Sleep medicine?
Oh? The slow-acting kind, too. It takes time to kick in after being ingested. I mean, the reason we didn't wake up last night is... because we drank this drugged water. Someone laced it in advance.
What? So they went after Kyoshika knowing the drug would keep us asleep?
Explains why I was so unusually sleepy.
He really will go to any lengths to kill us. Great!
Told you, right? This killer enjoys killing.
Taking their time picking us off one by one is just more fun for them.
I just want to see what they look like without the mask. I suddenly remember what Darmy said. The killing us one by one, savoring each kill. No, it can't be them. Takumi? What's wrong? Nothing. Sorry. Never mind. And then there were 4. Oh, do you think he thought it was Eito? Again, it is possible. Actually, now that I think about it, that actually makes a lot of sense. It could possibly be Eito. I very well be next. All I can do is hold on to this terror and wait for time to pass. 5 days left. What kind of ending awaits us? Not a good one, that's for damn sure.
Troops,
if you think a good ending is waiting at the end, shut up, Egg. If you think a good ending is waiting at the end, you are sorely mistaken. Zap, right, manage track heavy body, make sure everyone's okay. Tsubasa, you're probably next. Here goes Ian alone. Have you seen Tsubasa and Nozomi? Yeah, just now. Everyone's okay this morning. That's good. Can't let my guard down, but at least I can rest easy for a minute. Feeling like I could eat a leisurely breakfast in peace, I approach the rational nomadic, but there's something I want to eat. Just feeling again. I'm hungry, but nothing appeals to me.
Oh?
What's the matter? Oh, nothing. I'm hungry, but I can't find anything I want to eat. Sure, I'll go away in time. I'll just have a protein shake or something.
Oh?
Takumi, I want you to go somewhere with me. Right now. Hiro gave a small dog. Frog. Follow me. If you trust me, that is. Frog. 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 Hiro brought me to our friend's resting place, the morgue. Before me were the remains of all the people we'd lost to the killer. This was maybe the last place I wanted to be. Why did Hiro bring me here?
Oh?
11 people were killed by the killer, including the commander we took prisoner. But there's a clear difference between them. There is? It might be hard to tell, but look closely at their wounds. With that, Hiro rearranged the bodies one by one. Huh? X?
Oh?
What do you notice about their injuries? Well, they're sliced clean. They're pretty deep because of a power saw. Look here next. Come, take a good look and tell me what you see. Huh? Just like the others, the next body was riddled with wounds that dug deep in the flesh. At a glance, they all looked the same, but looking closely, I realized something was different. The wounds on this one are messy stabs. What? Right. The power saw isn't the killer's only weapon. What? Those wounds are likely caused by a dagger or something similar. Why would they use a different weapon? That's all I can tell you. You'll have to figure out the rest yourself. Hey, Hiroko! With that, Hiroko turned and left the room. That doesn't help me. What does it all mean? Back in my room, I was thinking hard in bed. Something was bothering me. A dagger? I know I've seen something like that somewhere. Like an infuser? Of course, a dagger. The diary in the drawer. I knew it. The killer in this diary had the same kind of weapon. I thought this diary was a work of fiction, or more accurately, that was what I wanted to believe. But it didn't seem like mere coincidence. Does this killer from this diary exist in real life?
Then who wrote this? And when? How long has the killer been around?
I still think it's you, Takumi. Hiroko must have figured out the truth, but she avoided giving me a straight answer. I think she knows the truth too, but she doesn't want to say it because she doesn't want to, because she knows Takumi doesn't really want to do this. But at the same time, she knows what's wrong. Is there some reason she feels like she can't talk to me? I don't understand any of this. My head hurts so bad. It's you, Takumi. I know it's you. What time is it? Prying my eyes open, my heavy lids took a look up at the clock. It was just before noon. It's been all day outside deep in thought. I must have passed out. Felt like I slept too much, but there's no sense in dwelling on it. Should get ready. Who's dead? All I did was stroll around school, never come across. We all keep to ourselves. I wonder where Hiroko is. I'm gonna continue our conversation. She didn't seem to be in her room. Maybe I'll find her in the cafeteria. Takumi. Hiroko, you scared me. I was just about to go looking for you.
Oh?
Me. What for? It's about our discussion yesterday. I want you to tell me what it means. I've thought about it, but I just can't get the pieces to come together. You figured it out, right? Fine. Come with me.
Hiriko took me to the classroom where she'd written that threatening message. Do you remember when Yugamu got the killer Sue and Power Saw? I'm pretty sure it was the day that Moko was killed, day 43.
Oh?
Right. Moko's wounds came from the Power Saw, which means Yugamu picked it up after she was killed. In other words, after killing Moko, the killer lost their suit and weapon for whatever reason. But they had the opportunity to get them back. When do you think that could have been? After we caught Yugamu and took the things from him. Gaku said he was going to hide them. The killer threatened Gaku into showing them where the Power Saw was hidden. The library. Then the two of them got into a scuffle, and Gaku was killed with the stolen Power Saw. Basically, from day 43 until day 89, the killer didn't have those items on them. The people killed during that time were Takimaru, Kurara, Shoma, Darmi, Ima, and Kako. You saw the wounds on their bodies, right? They were all killed with something like a dagger, because the killer didn't have the Power Saw with them. None of you noticed. You thought Yugamu was the killer, even though he was just impersonating them. When did you realize this? When we found Takimaru's body. I noticed the wounds on his body weren't like Ava's and Moko's, but I couldn't say anything. Why not? Because that would mean the real killer and the person we saw in the suit, Yugamu, were two different people. What's the problem with that? They were two different people. If you just told us, we might have been able to save everybody that got killed after Takimaru. Don't you think I know that? But still, I couldn't tell you. Why not? Because if everyone knew the truth, there was both a killer and an imposter.
Then it would ruin the alibis of anyone who said they saw the killer. Then they'd be a potential suspect. So I couldn't say anything.
Hey, Hiriko! Hiriko looked down, turned on her heel, and ran away. It ruined everyone's alibis. I still think it's Takumi! After that, I tried looking for her, but time just ticked away as I searched aimlessly. She's gonna be dead now! Couldn't get over what she'd said. Was she covering for someone? That would mean she was trying to hide the true identity of the killer. She knows it's Takumi and she doesn't want to admit it. But why would she do that? Was she connected to them somehow? Why? I have a bad feeling about this. It has to be Takumi, and Hiriko doesn't want to admit it, because this Hiriko actually cares for Takumi. It was day 97. A new day was beginning. There I was, still lying in bed. What are we supposed to do with just 4 of us? We still have to fight Vashnas. We're anything but united. I haven't seen Nozomi in 2 days. I don't know what I should do anymore. The situation has everyone completely exhausted. We're doing everything we can just to keep sane.
Help me. Hiroko.
I was calling her name without even realizing it. Then I let my listless body sink further into the bed, and slowly closed my eyes. What the heck? I suddenly woke up to the sound of my door being pounded furiously.
Takumi! Open up!
Zomi. Brushed over. Face pale. What's wrong? What is it? Please come with me. Who is it? Tsubasa or Hiroko? Tsubasa or Hiroko? Can't run away. It's Tsubasa!
Tsubasa.
Tsubasa was face down, not breathing, her body covered in cuts. One glance at the profuse quantity of blood was enough to tell me we couldn't bring her back. I found her. The lights have been on in here for a while, so I took a look inside. Hiroko?
Oh?
All I did was find her. That said, I know none of us can prove our alibis. Hey, if the killer really is one of us, why don't we search all of our rooms? We should be able to find the murder weapon that way. Then we'll really know who's doing this. There's no guarantee they're hiding it in their room. Besides, what if the killer is deliberately hiding it in someone else's room?
You mean to frame someone else?
I'm just throwing out a suggestion, but it's not impossible. We wouldn't be able to say it was definitive proof in that case. Let's just get out of here. Once we were done transporting Tsubasa to the morgue, we immediately went our separate ways. Only 3. Killer's probably laughing at us. Wonder what they felt when they saw us suffer in despair like this. It's you, Takumi! It's you! What time is it? I woke up feeling suffocated. My heavy eyelids opened up to see that it was already bright. I hate night sweats. Last night I barely had time to change out my armor and take a shower before falling asleep exhausted. Clothes were uncomfortable and soaked in sweat, and I had a rough sleep. Guess I'll take another shower.
Immediately noticed something unusual. What? Ah, there's the blood. I looked down at the bathroom floor to see a puddle of crimson liquid. Is this blood? Here, how? Where did it come from? Panicked, I looked up at the ceiling, where I saw red droplets dripping out from the gaps in the ventilation panel. My heart leapt furiously the moment I laid eyes on the uncanny sight. What is this? What's in there? Gently moved the panel, trying to keep my heart pounding. Oh, great, yeah. There's our proof, finally. And when I saw what was inside, my throat felt like it was closing up. There's our proof. There's blood-soaked suit of the killer and the power saw, and a dagger and a raincoat I'd never seen before. Oh, why would these be here? Who put these here? And when? Don't tell me. Maybe the killer really did hide their weapons in my room, just like Hiroko said. No! I need to get Hiroko and Nozomi. Tell them and them what? Would they really believe me? More importantly, if I hide this stuff somewhere else, wouldn't that stop any further killings? Right, there are only 2 days left. If I can just keep these out of the way. Stuff them all into a trash bag and put them under my clothes to pack. You're an idiot! The gi has been taking the law of control for a long time! For a while, I couldn't find the will to do anything. The weapons and suit I'd found in the bathroom had made me uneasy. I feel like I'm going to go insane if I stay by myself. Don't! You idiot! Found myself in the schoolyard, sat down on a bench in the corner looking up at the sky. The infinitely extending sky and its glittering stars that once moved me so much. It didn't make me feel anything anymore. I sat there in a daze until suddenly I sensed someone drawing close. Can you please just kill Takumi at this point? Hiroko. Hiroko stood before me in silence. Her face illuminated by the moonlight looked incredibly calm. Felt like I was being drawn to it.
Hey, Hiroko. Please. Stay by my side. Just for a moment.
Could you just end Takumi? He's infected by the gi. He's killed everybody else except the 3 who exist here now. Hiroko didn't answer. Instead, she leaned in close. Hiroko, please. She curled my head, wrapping it in a gentle warmth. I could smell something familiar. Sweet, mellow aroma. Was this scent lavender? I could hear her heart beating. I was comfortable, as if all my anxieties had simply vanished into thin air.
It's okay. Everything will be alright.
Don't lie to me. Comforted by her sweet voice, my heart began to hurt. Intense, uncontrollable emotions were welling up inside me. It was how I'd always felt toward Karawa, but this time wasn't her making me feel this way. Instead...
Hiroko?
For one moment in this hellish, hopeless existence, I felt happy. All I wanted to do was bask in this afterglow. We didn't say anything as we held together under the night sky. Unfortunately, Hiroko's probably going to die next because of the gi. And Takumi. Day 99. Do we have any chance? Happened before the usual. Do we have any chance against Vesh? Well, then again, we had 3 people in the other route, and Takumi wasn't even part of it. Finally here.
Intruder defense.
Can we just do the same? I was so composed. I even surprised myself. I don't know where the 3 of us can even do, but there's nowhere we can run. All right, you two.
Oh?
Guess it's our final battle. If we're all set, let's get right to it. Wait, before we do, there's something I have to give you.
Poison.
Buy a weapon that will boost our strength. It was in the metal shop. Did Tsubasa make this? Yeah, it was her last gift to us. We should be able to do some serious damage to Veshnas with this. We can't waste it.
Tsubasa, thank you. We'll make good use of this. Let's go. Truthfully, I felt empty. Even if I beat Vashnas, could we call whatever ending awaits us a happy one? Absolutely not. May I wait to our final defense battle? Absolutely not a happy ending. We don't even get to choose if I stab the character or not. Just get into the field. Oh, Vashnas, you ready to get slaughtered by only 3 units? It really does just make me feel bad for Vashnas. She's so imposing at first, but then after defeating her time and time and time again, you just start feeling pity for her at this point.
Don't
think I'll your pal?
Mademoiselle, I've... Please just give the easy death that you promised. You're not even a speck of a threat. Like, come on. Is she gonna get poisoned again?
How? But so I will send Takumi.
Yep, I know. Fully convinced.
Let me
think again.
Poison. Super poison. Bye.
You
Bye. It's so funny to me. It's just so pathetic.
That was a letdown. Is this really how it ends?
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't seem real.
We won our battle against Vashnis. We were the victors in the final showdown with the invaders. But I couldn't truly smile. We'd strayed so far from the ending I'd been imagining. We still have one day left anyway. Keep your guard up until the end. Between the deaths of our friends and knowing the killer was still hiding somewhere, I had so many emotions I hadn't fully processed. To hell with it. There's no salvation in my future. Our 99th day at Last Defense Academy came to a close, and finally... Iriko, just please, for the love of God, just say it. Say Takumi's the murderer. Final day. Made it all this way. Didn't feel joy, anger, sadness. I just accepted reality as it was. Just say it's Takumi and kill him. When I stepped outside, the stars were still shining and a pleasant breeze was blowing. It's hard to believe this place was going to launch a huge missile strike in a few hours. Once the final attack started, humanity will be the victors in this war, but who cares about that? What about the killer? We never figured out who it was.
Because if everyone knew that there was both a killer and an imposter...
Then it would ruin the alibis of anyone who said they saw the killer.
Wait, does that mean... No, it can't be.
It's you!
Suddenly a violent pain ripped through my head. So intense it felt like my brain was being split in half. There it is! Finally the Gi is speaking. Who's there? An unfamiliar voice echoed in my mind, threatening to consume my very consciousness. What is this? What the hell's going on?
Kill. Listen to the voices in your head.
Shut up! Stop!
Kill. Kill.
Takumi, what's wrong? Stay back. Run. Away. Nozomi, run.
Kill.
Kill. No, stop. Why can't I stop? My body is rampaging out of control. I'm trying so hard to resist, but I can't do a thing. If I don't do something, then...
Somebody...
There it is.
Don't...
The journal. I don't want to kill. I only remember fragments of what happened next. Suddenly I found myself wearing the killer's suit and holding a power saw. That voice from before was endlessly commanding me to kill, and I answered the call. I was on the hunt for Hiroko Nozomi, and then...
Kill.
Do I get to choose who to kill? My body turned the power saw on two girls despite every fire in my being fighting against it.
No! Stay back!
Nozomi was trembling with fear and shock, on the verge of tears. I tried so hard to put distance between us, but my body did the exact opposite. Please, you have to run away. He'll get us both if we don't do something. We need to split up.
Hey,
It's not Takumi.
I'll kill you!
Kill. Who to kill? The pain.
Oh, my controls are inverted. I'm going for Nozomi. I'm going for Nozomi. Get over here. I have to hold left to go right. Nozomi. Come here. Nozomi. Nozomi. Come here, Nozomi. You can't run forever. Get over here. Where are you going, Nozomi? There you are.
You did this, Takumi. You lied to us and killed everybody.
You're damn right I did.
Why? I believed in you.
I didn't. Don't kill her.
No, don't do it.
Bye, Nozomi. Don't kill her. Goodbye. I knew the Gi would never get out of Takumi's system. I vividly felt the sensation of the power saw cutting into Nozomi's body. I killed her. I stood rooted to the spot in a daze, covered in my victim's blood. Suddenly a forceful impact it connected with the back of my head, and I fell to the ground. I could see a wrench on the ground. In my haze, I realized it had been thrown at me. Who could have... No, I already knew. There's only one survivor left.
Hiruka.
Why didn't you say something, you idiot? Oh, great. Tommy's tied up now.
Where am
Please leave him on the planet. Do not put him on the artificial satellite. No, you put him on the artificial you put him on the... I woke up struggling to breathe, discovering my body had been restrained with rope. Oh no, we're just in here. So you're finally awake. Hiroko. And you seem to be yourself again. For now. Come to think of it, I can move my body of my own volition again. What was that back there? Do you know what's happening to me, Hiroko? The missiles will be fired soon. I'll explain everything before then. All of it. Who the killer is and everything they've done.
Does this mean... the killer?
A killer is you!
It's you.
Yippee!
You're the one who destroyed Sirai. And you're the one who killed all 13 of our friends.
What are you talking about? It's not...
Oh.
I know you weren't aware. Your conscience is clean. But the 13 people still died at your hands, even if you weren't aware of it.
I did this? No, that can't be right.
I first noticed something was strange with you on day 16.
Day 16? That's the day you were attacked by the killer in the biolab, right?
Yes, but the one who cornered me in the lab, it was you, Takumi.
No, wait, I didn't do that.
I believe it was around 11 p.m. I couldn't sleep, so I was walking around the school by myself. I saw you in the hallway on the second floor.
Me? The night of day 16?
Oh.
You had a kitchen knife in your right hand. Something was off about your eyes and the way you were breathing, so I ran. But you chased me with a horrific look on your face. It's clear you were trying to kill me.
Oh.
I ran to the biolab, but you caught up with me right away. We got into a struggle. You kicked me and sent me flying. I hit the back of my head and collapsed.
Huh.
I was barely conscious, unable to move, and there was someone in front of me.
Hey!
The killer was about to attack you. I was trying to help.
I'm afraid not. You're misremembering.
Misremembering?
Oh.
You're the one who attacked me, Takumi. I'm certain of it. Then someone in a black suit came to save me.
Was it the... wait. Was it another Hiroko or another Takumi? What are you talking about?
They attacked you and you lost consciousness, but you came to almost right away. You threw yourself at the person in the suit. The two of you broke through the window and hurtled toward the ground. I assume you remember what happened after that. She's right, I remember. I was grappling with that person in front of the wall fire. Just in the nick of time, I kicked their leg as hard as I could.
I took the power saw and ran after them, but then I lost them.
Oh.
The events of that day marked the moment I began to suspect you. So the question is, who was it that chased us that time? Or that we chased, I should say. There weren't any casualties at the time, so I couldn't be sure. But I had to consider the possibility you'd become a host to a Gi. A host? Gi? What are you even talking about? I doubt you remember, but the Gi are a parasitic organism we discovered in another timeline. Yeah, I remember. It's a terrifying organism that gradually eats away at the host body and eventually takes it over completely. What? But I had no proof you'd become infected, so I kept quiet. Yeah, he got infected before any choices were allowed to even be made. So agree!
Oh.
Eventually, though, we had our first casualty on day 25. That's when my suspicions grew stronger, so... While you were asleep, I ran a scan on your brain. What did you... You know what? Forget it. What did you find? There wasn't a Gia inside. I thought I must have been wrong. What? But on day 43, Moko was killed, and once again I had a bad feeling. You being infected was the only explanation I could think of, so I checked your brain again. The second time, I still didn't find any Gi. What? Not only that, but Nozomi said that she ran away from the killer with you. Reluctantly, I decided to put aside my suspicions for the moment. So that's why you were suddenly avoiding me and would sometimes seem like you had something to say. But when Kuroba died on day 64, I started to suspect you again. Did you check my brain again?
Oh.
Yes, very closely. And I learned something horrifying. Even though there was no actual Gi in your brain, the Gi's data was eroding it. Oh my god. Oh. You know what that means. The Revivomatic. It doesn't... the Revivomatic can't bring back the Gi. Like, if the Gi gets... It won't bring back the Gi inside of somebody if they get killed. But that doesn't mean that the corruption stops. It just means that the corruption continues without the Gi in the brain. That's insane. That's horrifying. Huh? My hypothesis is that you were infected with a Gi in another timeline. After that, you died as its host, and then your consciousness went back in time to day 2. When that happened, the Gi data in your brain went back to the past with you. No, that's not what happened. It was on day, like, what, 4 or something, that the Gi appeared here. Again, the big question that leaves, though, is how did that Gi get free? That's the question. We know that it wasn't from the past 100 days. We know that it was from sometime after killing Ato. But how did that Gi get free? Tao went with me. It appears my hypothesis was correct in the end. You killed Nozomi right in front of me, after all. Time travel can't send physical matter back in time. The Gi itself is no longer physically existent in your brain, but its cognitive data still remained. Stop. Stop it. Do you honestly expect me to believe any of this? Does that mean you killed Nozomi of your own free will? And the other 12? Ava, Moko, Takimaru, Kurara, Shoma, Darumi, Kako Onima, Gaku, Yugamu, Kyoshika, Tsubasa, Nozomi. All dead, all dead, all dead. You didn't know it was happening. When the Gi awakens, your own consciousness vanishes. So it's like some kind of split personality? It must have happened this way because you're only infected with Gi data. If the entire organism was in you, your brain and body would have fallen under its control immediately. Once you knew I was infected, what did you do then? Naturally, I wanted to do something about it, but I didn't know how to cure you. I considered blowing your brains out and putting you in the Revivomatic, but... Your head already got smashed on day 43. Right. I remember Nozomi telling me that happened.
Oh.
But the murder still didn't stop. I knew destroying your brain was futile. The revival system must have perfectly recreated the brain data stored in its database. I went to the library to do some research and tried to find another way to cure you. That's when I found out about a certain drug. A drug? It was possible that injecting you with it would remove the Gi data inside your brain. Really? So around dawn on day 67, I snuck into your room and administered the drug as you were sleeping.
Is that why I didn't wake up for 3 days? Yes, the side effects of the drug I injected you with caused you to fall ill. I thought I'd finally restored your brain to normal. In order to be sure, I examined your brain again the day after you woke up, day 71. But the key data was still there.
Yeah?
What? I failed. The drug didn't work. Why? Why can't I get you out of Takumi? You latched onto him and killed our friends. How long do you plan to toy with us?
Go to hell already! You filthy insect!
Please just shoot Takumi in the head. Just shoot him! Kill him! Kill him! Look at him, he's evil! Kill him!
Well done, Hiruko.
He's evil!
You figured it out.
Gi, you finally showed yourself.
Look how evil he is!
Would you like to hear what this filthy insect was up to while in control of Takumi?
Only if you don't mind me sawing off your head with this power saw.
You're too foolish to kill this man. The first one was Ava, the prisoner. I killed her on day 25. Takumi took the power saw he stole from the visitor out of the metal shop.
Visitor?
After breaking down the doors of the cage, I sliced her to ribbons. When I was done, I threw the power saw into the wall of fire to hide it, but Takumi immediately found it and recovered it. I had no idea he was watching.
And who is he exactly?
The boy covered in flames. He was so confused and got scared whenever he saw me controlling Takumi. But enough about that. You and your little friends discovered the suit and helmet as well, correct?
Shima found them in the boys' bathroom. They definitely belong to the person who came to save me in the biolab, didn't they?
Yeah, I believe the visitor was pursued by Takumi and forced him to abandon them to move around faster. At any rate, you put them in the locker in the metal shop and Takumi said the combination, right? Only he knew the combination, or so you all thought. Takumi himself included.
But you were looking, too. That's why you knew how to open the locker.
Precisely. The second person I killed was Moko Mojiro on day 43. When Moko, Nozomi, and Takumi were looking around the school at night, Takumi and Nozomi split up to look for Moko after she got separated from them. It was raining heavily when Takumi went outside, so he ended up completely soaked. I awakened around that time. I took over and made for the metal shop. I took the suit, helmet, and power saw from the locker, then sought after my prey. I found Moko in the classroom on the first floor, and killed her. She resisted, but not even she was a match for my power saw. But I was caught in the act by Nozomi, who managed to evade me. I gave chase, figuring I could kill her while I was at it, and wound up in the leisure lounge. Just when I almost had her, I was tackled and fell into the pool. Nozomi used that opening to get away. A little more than I would have had her. I took up the suit and helmet and abandoned them along with the power saw so I could get out.
Of course. So that's why Yugama found them in the pool.
I returned to the school, soaking wet, and that's where my memory ends.
Takumi must have assumed he was wet from the rain, so he didn't realize what had actually happened.
Indeed. After that, Takumi heard a scream, went running, and reunited with Nozomi. In a panic, Nozomi told him about Moko's murder, and the two of them went to the classroom on the first floor, the scene of the crime. Takumi had no idea her death was at his own hands. The rest is exactly as Yugama told you. He recovered the power saw and suit I'd abandoned and chased you around. A hedonistic pervert if I've ever seen one.
After he took your gear, you changed weapons, didn't you?
Starting with my third victim, Takemaru. I believe it was early on day 51. I woke once again and obtained a replacement suit and weapon from the metal shop. A raincoat and a dagger. I took them, snuck into Takemaru's room, and turned him into a bloody mess. You should have seen the look on his face when he woke up to being sliced open with a dagger. Once I killed Takemaru, I washed my hands there and returned to Takumi's room like normal. Then I hid the dagger and the raincoat behind the ceiling panel in the bathroom and went back to sleep.
What about your fourth victim, Kurara? She was murdered at dawn on day 64.
Yeah, the day Yugama chased her and Takumi while dressed as the killer. Takumi was cornered in the front of the defense room on the third floor. with Yugamu holding the power saw over his head. Just then, I woke up and Takumi lost consciousness. Satisfied after seeing the look of terror on Takumi's face, Yugamu turned and left. He's a real degenerate, that one.
Oh.
Just get on with it. You used Takumi's body to kill Kurara, right?
Precisely. I took out the end dagger and raincoat and hunted down Kurara, who was hiding in the training room. She didn't even have enough time to cry or scream before I mercilessly sliced her to ribbons. I finished the deed and returned the raincoat and daggers to their hiding spot. Then, back at the defense room door, I once again fell into a deep sleep.
So that's why Takumi believed he'd been passed out there the whole time.
My fifth was Shoma, who I killed on day 77. I simply killed him when I woke up again. Nothing worth talking about.
Let me ask you one thing. Did you set the fire in this gem on day 80?
My timed incendiary device worked out nicely, didn't it?
No.
I knew you were behind it.
When was it? Day 78? When Takumi went with Ima, Kaku, and Darumi to the metal shop. Around 2 p.m., I woke up and simply pretended to be Takumi. All of you were sleeping together in the gym, and I'd just been waiting for my chance. I came up with a plan to secretly build a timed incendiary device to plant there. Of course, I came up with a cover story so the other three wouldn't suspect me, and it worked on it by myself. But I struggled with the work. Couldn't finish the device on that day. Had no choice but to continue into the next day, still pretending to be Takumi. I finally finished the device at 2 in the afternoon, 24 hours after I started.
So you're saying Takumi's consciousness didn't return for over 24 hours?
Yeah, we didn't trade places at all during that time. I worked in a group with the twins and Darumi the next day, day 79 as well. I had the completed time incendiary device with me, pretended to go to the bathroom and head for the gym. I planted the device in the vaulting box, then went to find the rest of you. You were all in a panic over seeing the killer. Obviously the person in the suit wasn't me that time. Then it was this visitor you alluded to before? Doesn't really matter. I'd achieved what I set out to do, and went ahead with my original plan. I returned to the metal shop at 2:30 p.m. Nobody was there because of all the commotion over the killer. About an hour later, Takumi was awake again. Then Ima, Kako, and Darumi came back.
Takumi?
What are you doing here?
Takumi underwent mitosis?
Stop talking about me like I'm some kind of amoeba. I've been here the whole time. I doubt that. We just saw you going up the stairs.
While you were gone, there was a huge commotion because the killer showed up again. We tried to catch them, but they got away. Everybody's still searching as we speak.
We literally just talked to you. You don't remember? You told us you were in danger because the killer was around again, but then you went off on your own. I see. It's only natural that Takumi was confused. Never had imagined he spent the last 25 hours and 30 minutes unconscious. As planned, I activated the incendiary device I planned the evening of day 80. You all scattered and ran, and Takumi ended up with Darumi. Yugamu pretended to be the killer again and chased them. Then they got separated. Takumi acted as a decoy and managed to get away from Yugamu, but unfortunately for him, I awoke once again.
And so your sixth victim was Darumi.
I got the raincoat and the dagger from my room and hunted down Darumi in the leisure lounge. I tore her apart and then threw what was left of her in the pool. That girl, she seemed to enjoy it. She was a real strange one.
Enough commentary. What about number 7 and 8, Ima and Kako?
Oh, that's simple. Takumi was working with them on day 3. Once they left the metal shop, my consciousness awoke. As usual, got the raincoat and dagger out of my room and attacked them in the biolab. Right, come to think of it, the two of them seem to be suspicious of Takumi as well. They were trying to catch him, but it was too little too late. Once it was done, I hid the raincoat and dagger in my room once again, and went back to the metal shop like nothing had happened. Tommy's consciousness came back straight away. Naturally, he wasn't any the wiser about what had happened. As you're aware, the 9th person I killed was Gaku. Day 9, after Yugamu got caught, you agreed that Gaku would take the suit and power saw to hide them somewhere. When I woke up on the night of day 90, it seemed like the perfect opportunity to get them back and kill Gaku while I was at it. I got the raincoat and dagger as always, visited his room, and threatened him with the dagger and demand he show me where he put the suit and power saw were hidden. He led me to the library. They were hidden behind the bookshelf. Finally, I had my equipment back. Just when I was about to take them, I just suddenly tried to resist. I dropped my dagger on the floor during the struggle. And when it was over, I had the power saw. I relentlessly sliced him up with it, making sure to hit every last vital spot. Once I was sure he was dead, I immediately went back to Takumi's room. I hid everything in the bathroom ceiling and went to sleep. After that, I was able to use the power saw for my kills again. I'm aware. You used it on your 10th victim, Yugamu. Your reasoning skills are impressive, Hiroko. You're the most brilliant imbecile of them all. The night of day 92. I woke up, put on the suit, grabbed the power saw, and went after Yugamu. The power saw made short work of the door to the room he was being held in. I listened to his bones snap as they were torn apart by the spinning blades. I checked that he was fully dead and returned to my room, careful not to be seen. Once again, I had everything in the bathroom and went to sleep. Then came number 11, Kyoshika, who I killed on day 94 after a little bit of extra legwork. You put slow acting sleep medicine in the water cooler the day before. Figured that out. If you were my host, I could kill so many more people. After the defensive battle on day 93, I took over and slipped the meds into the water supply. I maintained control right through until nightfall. Then I broke down Kyoshika's door and killed her as she slept. This is all terrifying to think that this all happened whilst we were still controlling Takumi. This is horrifying. It's kind of terrifying to think that you could have probably... like, it was easy to predict this if you know everything, but... You know what it makes me think of, actually? I just realized this whole sequence makes me think... Remember at the beginning of Danganronpa 3, the first case? Where you switch protagonist because the one that you start with... If... well, now I think about it... Well, if you know the first case of Danganronpa 3, you know what I'm talking about, I think. Where you switch protagonist because of what gets revealed. But it's really interesting because this is kind of like a more fleshed out version of that. A further fleshed out version. Like everything that was happening. And I don't know. This is very interesting. Of course, the rest of you slept soundly until morning thanks to the drugs. Number 12, Tsubasa, hardly bears mentioning. On day 97, woke up in Takumi's room, grabbed the power saw as usual. I set my sights on Tsubasa. She worked alone in the metal shop and ended her life. Despite the circumstances, she just kept on tinkering with her little project. She was practically begging for it, and I was happy to oblige. You don't need me to explain the 13th victim to Nozomi, so are there any other questions? Why did you kill everyone on different days? I'd have thought you were more than capable of taking us all at once.
I couldn't predict when I'd wake up. It came in episodes.
Great.
So I was forced to adapt to whatever the circumstances were whenever I woke up. Which meant having to kill you one by one. Besides, if Takumi were to wake up while I was doing my work, I'd be in trouble.
No shit.
I was just doing what it seemed like I'd be able to do while I still had control.
So it wasn't intentional.
Well, there was plenty of enjoyment to be had as a murderer. Such as figuring out who to kill, when to do it, and how.
Thank you, Gi Takumi.
Plus, there was Takumi's utter despair watching you get picked off, one by one, without ever realizing the truth.
Thank you, Gikumi.
Not to mention, the way you suffered for Takumi, as you started to notice me. I wish I could enjoy it all over again. It would have been a waste to massacre all of you at once. Clearly.
I have one last thing to ask. It's about day 16 in the biolab, when you almost killed me.
Oh.
That mysterious person in the suit who suddenly showed up. The one who kicked you away and saved me. Who was that exactly? You mean the visitor? Surely that finely tuned intuition of yours has already worked it out. Don't tell me.
Takumi, are you back?
I don't know for how long.
Hideko, why didn't you tell me?
Do you really think Takumi wanted to live as a murderer?
I mean, If everyone knew, they would have killed you.
That would have been preferable!
That's why I couldn't say anything. I couldn't let that happen.
Why?
But... you didn't even tell me.
The result would have been the same. The guilt would have driven you to take your own life.
No shit, but at least the others would survive.
Trust me. I know what kind of person you are.
Hiriko!
The final attack is starting soon. When the missiles launch, all life on the surface will end, including us. If we don't get into the escape
Hiriko, I swear to God, do not take me up there.
Hideko, I have one final request.
Hiriko, if you take me on that stupid pod,
Get on the escape pod without me.
Takumi.
do not take me on
My
there.
brain's been eroded by Gi data, right? If nobody knows how to remove it, there's no point in me surviving.
Leave
So,
Takumi behind.
Please.
I know. If that's what you want. But don't worry. I'm not going to leave you.
No, you idiot.
I'll stay by your side until the end.
Don't tell me you mean to. Are you crazy? Just get in the pod without me.
Just go.
I can't. It's too late.
Ah!
The final attack starts in 2 seconds.
What do you mean? 2! Oh, Hiriko, please don't cry anymore. If we get to meet again, I promise, next time. Well, that was just horribly depressing. We've never seen this before. This is a new cutscene. What the? I'm almost positive we've never seen this before. This is a brand new cutscene. That's kind of wild. It's been so long since like a genuine new cutscene is played. Well, that's that. That was horribly depressing and fascinating and cool in a lot of different ways. 72, Slasher Route. Goodbye, Cass. We could end right now, but let's get that other ending while we're at it. Why not? So we gotta go after freaking, Hiriko this time. Oh, Hiriko. Oh, Hiriko. Hiriko. Get over here. I just want to talk with a saw blade. Where are you? Hiriko. Come here. You can trust me. There's nothing wrong with Takumi. Hello. No, don't kill her. Get away from Hiriko. No matter how hard I resisted, my body didn't budge an inch. You're not Takumi, are you? When did you get into his bod? Stop. Bye, Hiriko. Please let Nozomi at least destroy Takumi. I stared blankly at the devastation in front of me. Hiriko's blood felt warm running down my body. I killed her? Thank you. Suddenly a forceful impact connected with the back of my head, and I fell to the ground. Ain't this the music that plays when choosing who to absorb for a commander? I could see a fire extinguisher in front of me. In my haze, I realized it had been thrown at me.
Takumi!
Just do it, please. Managed to look up and saw Nozomi looking down at me, holding the power saw.
How could you? How could you? I believed you, Takumi!
That was your fault. That's not Inazumi. It was against my will. Try as I just screamed. No words came out. All I do was look up at her. Good.
You killed everybody! You tricked us this whole time!
Drop it! Listen.
Everybody's dead! Because of you! Because of you!
Kill him!
I didn't do it.
I felt blood streaming out of the wounds opened by the power saw. Where did I go wrong? Somebody tell me. You go. Oh, that was depressing. Revenge. 71. Well, that was horrible. I love it. Well, in that case, we're partially done, I guess, at this point with the slasher route, but we still need to go further back to do what happens if we instead choose to dodge the attack. So, we're going to leave that for later, though. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you all later. Peace.